Welcome everybody to our latest session of the Empire of the Ghouls. We had a little bit of an abbreviated session last week due to an unfortunate power outage on my behalf, so hopefully we won't have any issues with that today. As usual, we'll do a quick recap of what occurred last week, and then we will get underway. So team, when we started off last week, you guys were moving through the catacombs primarily of the underneath Zobek. And while you were there in the catacombs, there was a few different pieces that you guys took care of. But first of all, you took the body of your fallen ally back to Shai, that is, back to the temple in Zobek there, and as a temple dedicated to the goddess Rava. So you took the body of Shai back to the temple and then sort of knocked on the temple door. Were greeted by a gear-forged attendant who asked if you wanted the quick or the long funeral kind of deal. You guys volunteered for quick. He took Shai's body from you guys, which was contained in a box, and he took that inside to be processed. Shortly thereafter, as you guys are still on sort of like the front door stoop, kind of talking and discussing what to do next, the door was thrown open, and one of the clergy members of the church seemingly was apologizing on behalf of the Gearforged and wanting to make sure that your wishes were taken care of appropriately. Eventually, you guys learned that his name was Archgale Throm. Archgale let you know that the request that you had for a quick funeral, that would be taken care of without an issue. Pretty much just double checking, making sure the Gearforge didn't get anything wrong. However, once you guys spoke with Archgale for a while and kind of filled him in on Shai's passing and what was going on at the moment, the danger that was underneath the city, this seemed to prompt Archgale to have a bit of an interest in your goings on. And eventually, after some discussion, he offered his services to your team. Your team discussed this for a while, kind of were given a little bit of a hard time calling him the FNG and everything, but eventually after he let you know, yeah, he was a cleric and he could do some healing, some of you guys that just sold it right there. You're like, yeah, that works. So you made plans to meet with Archgale in the morning at the Rampant Roach, the restaurant that you guys are all familiar with that is owned there by Skirtle. Sure enough, as you guys arrived the following day at the Rampant Roach, Archgale turned out to be an early bird, and he was already there waiting for you guys. So once you guys spoke with him, again, did a little bit of filling up on what has occurred so far, you guys decided to make your way back as a full group once again, back to the catacombs. And on Braddock's insistence, he wanted to check out this room that you guys had been in before, but didn't fully explore. So you guys agreed to do that, made your way into that room, looked around a little bit, were able to discover a secret door on the south wall, went into that area, found that there was a bookshelf, or a desk, I should say, with some various items on it, odd writings and so forth. Zach was able to find inside of one of the books an interesting looking bookmark that he eventually identified once you guys took a short rest. So he has that currently in his possession. You guys then moved back to the west to explore another doorway that you hadn't previously gone through, managed to get through that doorway, or managed to find that doorway was stuck, I should say, and you were not able to get through it. So you went back to the previous room, found another secret door in that room leading to the west, which would connect to that first room. You guys carefully made your way through, found a statue, which some of you that are more religious in nature were able to recognize as depicting Charon, a goddess of death. You guys kind of poked around a little bit. Eventually, one of you decided to open the lid of one of the sarcophagi in the room, and that let out a trap where the statue unleashed this wave of necrotic energy, which unfortunately struck several of you. After eating up that damage, that's when you guys took that short rest shortly thereafter. Found few odds and ends kind of stuff, but nothing too critically important in that area. Eventually, Vigo went ahead and used his tremor sensibility and was able to determine the door to the west, that there were several creatures through that door. So the team sort of braced up and opened it. It was Glory in the front who opened that door, and when he did, part of the ceiling in the room next to the doorway sort of gave way, and a whole little horde of scorpions fell out of it and assaulted the team. They started piling up all in little space, being pretty small. They were able to share one square. That was confusing for some of you guys as you were trying to pick them off one by one. However, some of you guys got a little bit more tactical, trying to throw like a thing of oil in the area, which worked, and essentially was just ready to be lit on fire to burn everything down when Gesh stepped up and unleashed his breath weapon, which hit that whole area and torched many of them. There was only a handful left, but once that breath weapon was done, you guys managed to then kill off the rest of them without too much effort. Going into that room that had been opened where the scorpions fell, you found 3 treasure chests in the room, and they seemed to be filled with these silver ingots. And you guys were able to look at those ingots and discover that they were impressed with the relief of a boar's head on both sides. Once you guys started debating how many of those to collect, how many to put in your inventory, noticing that they are quite heavy indeed, that is when the power went out on my side, so that is where we cut it short. So that is my quick recap, guys. Anything I missed? Anybody would like to add?
Yeah, so the only thing is that the boar heads were actually a kingdom, and they were taken over by the I want to say Blood Empire, and the kingdom was
Close.
called like Krakow. I know that's not right either, but I can pull it up and get those
That's
more
okay. Yeah,
correct.
yeah, that's fairly close. Yeah, so it was for the barony of Doresh when that was still a human kingdom. Between the time that these ingots were minted and the current day, the barony of Doresh was overtaken by the Blood Kingdom. So that is a kingdom of vampires that has essentially taken it over, and Doresh fell under the rule of the Blood Kingdom. But yeah, good additions there. Go ahead and take inspiration, Archgale. Anyone else?
I already have inspiration, so if anyone else needs it, they can have it.
I don't have it.
Okay, it's all yours.
Sweet, thank you, thank you.
All right, if nothing else, then let's go ahead and get you guys back over to the catacombs where we left off. Oh, one other side technical note. Due to all the issues we've been having with Explorer mode, I went ahead and turned that off. So you'll be able to only see what you can actually see. You won't be able to see places you've previously been. Hoping that won't be too much of an issue for you guys. Obviously, feel free to ask a question. If you've been somewhere before, I'll happily, fill you in on what was there. But yeah, I just want to reduce the risk of people just seeing through walls. There didn't seem to be any actual fix for that. It's unfortunately just a bug in the software.
Adam, gnomes have X-ray vision here in this edition. Just to let you know.
No, not quite so much, but that'll be interesting.
So speaking of places we're been, so we're collecting silver. I grab my bars. I'm also just role play purposes. I'm marking on my map. I'm trying to keep a good map of this area. I'm definitely gonna mark this door, because I'll say, can we just take what we can and just come back and I don't know. Can we lift up the whole crates inside? Just take it all.
Be quite the undertaking. I think we did the math, and they would be quite heavy.
I got it marked on the map. Maybe we could just, come back, every now and then and just grab a few bars whenever we get hungry. Pay the tab.
Maybe we could try to block the door off, make it look like nobody really wants to go in there. I don't really know how many people come down here anyways.
We could try to mask it.
I think that's a good idea.
Maybe we could put some of them in some of these coffins, so then maybe they won't search them. I bet they would, but maybe they won't.
Um, be nice to know if we could reactivate this trap.
I think it was just dilapidated old storage people forgot about.
How old does the crate look?
Well, we know it's not from any time near the present.
How do the crates look, Adam? They look like you could lift them if we had a 2,000-pound person who could do it.
Give me I'm gonna say insight check. It's a little bit of an odd use of insight, but maybe. Yeah, so looking at the crates, I would say they look to be in pretty good condition. They certainly have a lot of dust and such on them, but as far as the actual quality of them, the manufacturing, they look fine. You think they could hold up the weight, but yes, the amount of weight in each one is pretty significant.
Vigo, what's going on, man? Long time no see.
Fine, you can have Vigo back. I had so much fun with Vigo.
I'm just glad he finally got up to 2 hit points.
All right, Vigo's control has been returned to Noah. Noah, let me know if any issues.
Okay, so maybe I could get it back.
Sure.
He's alive. Okay, I'm doing a great job.
Hey.
Oh, I missed that chatter. Okay, I will go ahead and give access back. All right, but yeah, you guys are looking at these crates with all these ingots on them. You're standing in this room with the sarcophagi. What is your plan? What are you guys thinking?
So we each added what we thought we could physically carry out ourselves. The question is, if we could, I don't know, that's a good idea to put the silver birds in the coffins. Like, but that would take a lot of time. But we should at least try to hide the door or hide the crates. How could we do that?
Oh, I don't know how we can hide them permanently or anything. But yeah, I don't know if there's a right answer, but maybe, like I said, maybe we could do like one of those chain gang things and just kind of move them along into the coffins pretty quickly. I don't know.
I mean,
These
we're
things
also
are pretty
losing.
heavy. Maybe there's tracks on how they got it in here. Whoever they is.
That's a good
Like,
point. Can we tell how when they were moved in here?
These crates themselves?
Yes.
So, just by a little bit of deductive reasoning, you know that these crates are years old. Exactly how many, you're not quite sure. But there certainly wouldn't be any evidence of tracks from that long ago when they were moved in.
Well, at least that denotes that no one's going to be coming back and looking for them.
Yeah, might
Yeah.
as well just leave them. You know, maybe we can place something down that'll let us know if they get moved. But I don't know how much time we can spend doing this.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
say let's just leave them, and then every time we pop up, we'll just grab a few more. But we can
yeah. And I
also
already have 2.
lock the door going into the coffins and just take the secret door.
That makes sense. I'm gonna cast elementalism and put a thin layer of dust over the top of the ingots that are still in the chest. That way we'll know if somebody's like been in there and messed with them.
Okay, that seems to work.
the only thing I'm thinking is that if this is an operation of the man in the white mask, he's probably well funded. Uh, Maybe this is their war chest, and we should really make a great effort to get it out of their hands. Besides the fact that Braddock and I are thinking, let's take everything here.
Are you suggesting that we take all of them now and keep on going up and putting them in our room or something?
Yeah, I'm thinking there's one door we couldn't open, right? And pretty much we've explored this place. So maybe it's just get rich time and we just make efforts to, create a chain and get it all out.
Well, we do have a poor girl that may be stranded. Maybe we go try to check out that room first that you mentioned, and then come over and be rich.
Yeah, I agree.
Smash it again and again and again and again and again.
Yeah, you got it.
All
Was there
right.
not was there not a way forward beyond where they fought that large monster, the one that took out Shay?
I think there was. I thought there was.
I'm gonna look at my map, Adam. Where's that room where Shy unfortunately got ripped in two.
So your map would show you, and maybe your memories would help you out here as well, that if you were to go over this way, which following my line there, you guys had gone through a secret door previously where you had spotted that masked figure. You had went down a set of stairs, and that led you back into the cartways. And then while you were in the cartways, you spent a little bit of time tracking footprints and so forth, and you were able to find them that led to a particular area of the cartways. You descended those stairs, and that's where you ran into that horrific creature that slaughtered Shy.
And there was a door beyond it, right? We just didn't go through it because we had lost
Yes,
a member.
that is correct. It was a very large door, in fact.
So maybe that's where we go.
All right, fine. Get rich later. Come on, Braddock. Quit licking the silver ingots. Let's go.
Braddock looks up with like a ingot in his face.
I would like to relatch the lock on this door.
Okay.
Yeah, so we'll go out this way. You want to go fight the avenge Shy? I guess what we're doing, right?
Yeah.
All right, well, if that's your plan, guys, and you're just heading straight there with nothing else, you can feel free to freeze your tokens momentarily. I'll just kind of scoot you over there to expedite that. All right, so just as a reminder, you're making your way through another chamber. You're going to where the secret area was. You're going through that, and then you find yourself here. Oh, I forgot one guy on a door. One moment. All right, there you are. So you find yourself back in this area. You can choose to keep that secret door closed behind you if you wish, or you can open it. From here is where you descended and then found yourself in the cartways. So I'm assuming you're following that same path again. I'll just need someone to throw me a survival check. Because you've been here once before, I'm going to go ahead and give you advantage on this. All right, Gash, yeah, you have no problem at all finding the path once again to this next location. Again, I'll throw this as a reminder, and you guys know this now, that once you descend these stairs, it's basically as soon as you get to the lip of the stairs, you are right there. Is there any preparations or anything you're wanting to do before you descend and put yourself right there?
Does anyone need source of light and marching order?
I'm good on light. Happy where I am.
I could probably get in the middle a little bit. So if maybe Glory goes up and I'll take his spot.
So if you guys are planning an order, then what I will do is go ahead and just draw a line blocker on the new map, and then that way you can put yourself where you'd actually like.
Okay.
All right, let me go ahead and get you guys over to the next map. You guys descend those stairs. All right, so basically as soon as you come down this area, you find yourself on that ground level. Feel free to move yourself about where you'd like here. Everybody confirm that you've got light. You can see everything that you need.
And the path forward, is that like to the right or is it down? I can't remember.
It is this way.
Okay, thanks.
All right, looks like everybody's good where they are. Okay, so as you're descending, the sound of your footsteps, of course, are echoing. You will then hear from a distance away as soon as you get to this area. So basically, as you're walking down, you kind of sort of step right in this spot. You're going to hear a, yes, can I help you? You look perhaps that you are lost. And you will notice that there is a humanoid figure standing in the corner next to this large door. And in addition, there's another humanoid figure standing on the opposite side, all in that same area. So both of these figures are now kind of looking at you guys. And yes, just to give clarification, the door to your east, I'm going to reveal that just in a moment. It is 10-foot wide set of metal doors. So think of it as two doors, but it is, large. You essentially would have to open it from the middle if that's what you were to choose to do. Let me go ahead and remove this light.
And as you did that, Adam, quick reminder for me, are we cartways or catacombs right now? I know we walked through the cartways.
So it's hard to say because when you look at
Okay.
this structure, what I would say is architecturally speaking, it doesn't look exactly like the cartways. but it doesn't look exactly like the catacombs either.
Oh, so that after all was a good question. Weird.
All right, so the individual who is speaking to you is this one here. She is currently holding a torch. Wow, there are so many of you. We don't usually get many visitors down here. Can I help you?
Yes, we were sent to retrieve the girl. We have payment for it.
Retrieve the girl? What girl?
The one who disappeared from. Where I forget where or what her name was. Was the blacksmith?
Rosalind Turner is who you're thinking of.
Yes, Rosalind Turner.
Oh, I don't know if there is any Rosalind Turner inside or not. Well, we have many guests these days. If you'll wait here just a moment, I can go inside and see if anybody has heard or spoken of this woman.
Adam, can you describe this person, please?
Sure. Yes. So it looks to be a woman standing here. You can see she is wearing what you would assume to be as like normal kind of clothes, I guess would be your best bet. Based on how she's standing and kind of the, blouse over her midsection here, it looks a little bit more padded than you perhaps expect a normal person. So maybe there is some armor underneath that, but hard to say. If there is, it's probably not anything too heavy. As far as like gear goes, you do see that there is a weapon at her side. It is not currently drawn or anything like that, but it is a scimitar at her side.
All right. No, no visible holy symbols or any insignias of any kind?
No.
All right. I'd like to go ahead and do an insight check on her when she said, hey, I'm going to go ahead and, maybe I can go in to see if anyone knows him because I don't trust her, But I'd like to do an insight check to see if she is maybe looking to do us harm.
Okay, sure. Throw me an insight check. You notice a tiny bead of sweat has begun to form at the line, her hairline, and is getting ready to drip down her face.
Is the description of the room, would it be the same as the first time that everyone else entered? So would the big monster that they claim they killed be here, the pile of bodies, or does this all seem to be cleaned up?
You don't see the big monster anywhere. However, you do see the pile of bones and offal. So yes, there is that sort of nastiness there. I can give you the description again, minus the creature, of course. The intense smell of decay permeates the air of this chamber.
My goodness, look at all these bodies. Did you two do this?
You'll notice she laughed. No, of course not. Unfortunate set of circumstances.
Was this your guard or something? I mean, it looks like this was this person guarding your door?
Person? That is not a person. There's clearly several different bodies in there. Unfortunately, yes, just some bad events. Yeah, it's just bad. But like I said, I don't want to keep you too long. I'll just pop on in and we'll make sure that that person you're looking for is not here.
Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say before she does that, like, would the rest of us have noticed the bead of sweat or no?
I mean, if you want to determine if you can, go ahead and throw a perception check. I'm going to say that's going to be a 15 to see if you notice this as well. Barnaby, as you notice as she kind of steps towards the door, it looks like you immediately start pushing yourself forward. That's where I'm going to go ahead and lock the tokens and put us into initiative order.
Do you want me to go one back, or is 10 over fine?
No, you're good. So I'm assuming essentially what you. Sorry, guys, 1 second. Ignore those rolls. The scripts crashed again. I swear the new sandbox is just not very good. All right, so essentially you can think of this as her reaching for the door, but she notices you kind of moving forward. So as this occurs, you see both of them grabbing at those weapons. And as you have a better look, as they're kind of unsheathing them really quickly, they don't look to be actual scimitars, but more like sickles. The way they're kind of cut and held, they look strange, almost like you wouldn't expect these to be used in typical kind of combat situation, more like ceremonial. You do also notice that the one in the south, or the corner here, I know on this map, east or to your right is north. So she is actually in the northeast corner. She is like reaching into her pocket at this moment.
I'm gonna hit that when I roll the initiative, so I can roll a hit die, and I'll do my resource reporting.
Yep. Feel free to do that. All right. Yeah, unfortunately, I know Roll20's been having issues right now. Just not that you guys care, but just to give you a little bit of background. So the sandbox has two different modes. There's basically a default mode and then an experimental mode. So the default mode works with the old sheet and worked pretty well. They made a new version of the sandbox to support the 2024 sheet, but unfortunately, it's really wonky. Like it'll just randomly switch back to the other mode. So all that is to say that unfortunately sometimes as much preparation as you do hoping that it's going to stick, it doesn't always stick. And sometimes even when you switch it and you set it, it then doesn't actually work. So you kind of have to play with it and get it to actually stick, which is a real pain in the you-know-what.
Hey, as long as we roll well and you roll low, we're fine.
We'll find out, right? All right, so this is the second time I'm trying to restart it. Hopefully it'll stick here. We'll see. But yeah, was there a question?
Yeah, I was gonna ask right before we start combat. Does anybody remember what this potion indicator that I have on my character is? I don't.
I do.
recall.
It's
Is
the
it oil?
lantern of revealing that you have lit up.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, I threw that on there because we didn't have like a good lantern icon, so I wanted something that stood out and couldn't be confused for other things. Okay, it looks like
Fair
that
enough.
is-
I was just like, I just didn't think I drank a potion of some sort, so I was confused.
Yeah, no worries. All right, it looks like it is working now. Here comes the real roll. All right, so everybody should notice that their modifiers are in there. All right, so our two folks that have alert, would you like to switch with somebody? Go ahead and ask somebody if you'd like to switch with them.
Yeah, I guess I'll offer it to Glory for Braddock.
All right, Braddock would like to switch with Glory. Glory, do you accept?
Yeah, I'll take it.
All right, so both of you guys switch initiatives. So Glory will goes up to 22.17. Braddock goes down to 3.14.
I'm good where I am.
All right, Glory, just go ahead and update your initiative when you can. Just click on your number. It should open up an editable text box. Type in 22.17, hit enter for it to stick, and then I'll go ahead and resort you back to where you should be. Excellent. All right, I heard good for Archgale. So, all right, we are at the top of the initiative round. We'll go ahead and just put on a little bit of different up-tempo music, and Glory, take us away.
I'll move 10 feet
Token's locked. Oh, sorry.
up to there. And I'm going to attack this one in front of me.
Okay. 19 will hit. All right, your halberd catches her on the arm, lacerating it. Hey, Zach.
All right, bonus action, innate sorcery. Then I'm going to cast sleep on the other one, the full health one. Sorry, I forget to click innate sorcery, so that's a DC 15 wisdom save.
Wisdom save. All right, here it comes. He is going to succeed on that save.
All right, and then it'll be my turn.
Good call.
All right, you will
Hey.
notice. Yep, go ahead.
I was going to say that I think on sleep now it doesn't have to be a 5-foot radius or anything. Just, I think sleep has more of a distance now.
It is it's a 60-foot distance, and then it's a 5-foot radius. So, and 5-foot radius is a single square, unless if you put it on a corner, it's 4. But I can only hit one of them.
I thought that it was a little bit more AOE than that. So, but anyway, I'll just I thought it had something like if you target in one area, it's 5 foot from where you are. So, for an example, I mean, I'm not trying to backtrack, but I think if you target there, you could actually get both of them now because it's 5 foot. But I could be wrong.
It says each creature of your choice in a 5-foot radius centered on a point within range. So, I mean, the way I've always read that is like if you put it on a corner, you get the 4 squares. If you put it on the center of one, you get 1 square.
Right. So the idea is that in order to be affected, a square has to be
Okay,
50% or more. So yeah, 5-foot radius, basically is only going to get with it like 4 squares, I guess you could say, but all bulked together.
Yeah, I just remembered it was multi-squared now, so my apologies for slowing down the game. I just
Yeah, no
trying to
worries.
learn the
No
spell,
worries. All right, so you're going to notice the one here that was hit, who has been slashed. She is going to turn to the other one after she gets cut by the halberd, and she's going to say, "Use what she gave you!" And you're going to see this one fumbles with this item in her hand. You see she chucks it into the pile of bones. As she comes out of her hand, you can glance this small bottle. It looks like it is filled with an oily black substance. And as she throws it into this pile, you see it shatters, and you can start to see all of this gunk spreading in the bones. All right, and that will then be her turn, and we will move on to Vigo.
All right, on the injured girl, she's gonna get a starry wisp.
Yeah, 17 will hit. Yeah, Story Wisp strikes her square, wounding her badly.
Five, 10, 15 to there, and then I will attack with my quarterstaff, two-handed.
16 will hit. Yes, you smack her solidly in the head, and she collapses.
25. The door is still closed, right? 30 to there.
It is. Yes, remember, it's a set of double doors. It is closed.
Okay, bonus action unarmed strike. I'm going to grapple, so I need a dex or strength save, a DC 13 on this.
Yeah, you managed to grapple her.
Okay, and then has it 5, 10, 15, 20, 30. I still have 10 more feet of movement. Can I push her with even if I do a keep focus point as an extra unarmed strike to push her into the gut? So maybe a shove?
Does your key point give you an additional shove? Is that what you're saying?
It's an unarmed strike, and it's either damage, shove prone, or grapple.
So, okay, maybe I'm misremembering this, but you took a bonus action already, right? I think if you're talking about like flurry of blows, you would spend it, you would get 2 unarmed strikes. Is that what you're thinking of?
Yes, exactly.
Okay, so unfortunately, you can't decide that after you've already spent the bonus action and hit, and then say, "Oh, now I want to spend the point." So no, unfortunately not.
Oh, okay. All right. I'm going to. I have 10 more feet of movement, so I'm going to move 5 here and put her into this square.
Yep, you're able to do that.
Okay, so let's see. So 5, 10, 15, 20, and yeah, 20, 25, 30, and then 10 feet of movement because it's difficult terrain. That's all my bonus actions and all that. And I will end my turn.
All right, Barnaby.
All right, I don't want to step in the goop, so I'm going to go 5, 10. I'm going to shoot her with an Eldritch Blast.
Okay. Yeah, that'll certainly hit. All right, that will wound her badly.
All right, then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take this corner here.
All right, that cultist is down. We'll move to Archgale.
Okay, I'm gonna move 5, 10, 15, 20, 30 to get on the, I guess that's north side of her? You said the door's on the north side?
Correct.
Okay, then on the north side of her, so I will stand here. Going the long way around, so I go behind Gesh and Glory.
Okay.
And then I'm just going to cast Sacred Flame on her.
All right, Sacred Flame on here. Here comes a deck save. Oh, looks like that did not post. Let me try again. All right, not posting, period. All right, let's go ahead and... Oh, there it goes. All right, we'll take that first one. She will fail. All right, with that damage, you see she will get woozy and stumble and fall to the ground. So she's still grappled by Gash, but she is on the ground. Anything else on your turn? Where'd you go?
No, I end my turn.
All right, before Braddock's turn, forming from that pile of bones and offal as that black gunk that she threw out convulses and merges, you see a figure stands up from it. As it does so, you notice a skeletal body that seems to be infused with shadow. You notice in this sort of shadow type tendrils all about its body, almost seemingly leaking off of it. This creature is going to focus its fire on Gash here. Gash, it is going to slash out at you twice as it pulls up this scimitar blade from its side. Looks like I'm getting a lot of lag. I don't know if anybody else is, but I'm just going to give it a moment. I just clicked it. Hopefully it'll post. Has anybody else been noticing lag tonight?
I have not.
It's been fun.
Not on my turn.
Okay, maybe it's just on my end. I might have to reset it at halftime. Okay, that 16 is going to hit. Looks like Gash's AC is 15, so 16 will hit. Here it comes. It's going to be 5 points of damage to Gash, and then we'll move to Braddock's turn.
All right, I'll step there, take a shot with my hand crossbow.
That is going to miss.
All right, and then I'll take a step back, and I'm assuming I can't cunning action hide here, but I'll try if I can.
It would fail.
Okay, all right, that'll be the turn.
Okay, Glory.
I'm gonna swing at it with the halberd. Skeleton.
Sure, yeah, go ahead and make that attack. An 8 is going to miss.
I'll stay right here.
Okay, Zach.
Cast Sorcerer's Burst at it.
That'll hit.
Okay, that would be psychic damage.
All right, your Sorcerer's Burst strikes the creature, seemingly hurting it.
Okay, and that will be my turn.
All right, before the downed one's turn, you will notice as the gunk on the ground once again seems to be merging and convulsing, you'll notice a second one of these creatures stands. As it stands here, you're going to see it looks and it eyes Vigo standing there, and then it eyes Glory, and then it eyes Gash, and its eyes seem to locate and focus on Gash. And Gash, you're going to see it raise its hands, and as it does so, you see these dark darts, like tendrils of shadow, fly out at you. Those finger darts are going to connect with you. That's going to do 6 piercing and 2 necrotic for a total of 8 points of damage. You yourself and everybody around you... Oh, actually, I'm sorry. I should probably give you the saving throw before I just say the bad thing. Give me a Constitution saving throw, please. Yeah, see, I knew it was going to happen. So everyone...
Inspiration.
All right, go ahead. See, it's meant to be. All right, so you and everybody around you will notice that Gash is suddenly surrounded by a shadowy aura. This aura seems to be suffused in him, and it seems to be hampering him in some way, but it's hard to say how exactly. All right, then we will move to the downed individual's turn. She's down, so she's not going to do anything. We move to Vigo's turn. See, it looks like we got Vigo in game. Noah, are you here?
Yes, I am. Hello.
Excellent. All right, I'm going to let you control your character. I'm going to take control away from Brian. Brian, thanks for doing that in the interim. Take it away there, Vigo.
Okay. The darkness around him Is there any way? Is it an action to try to figure out what that is?
Yes, it would be.
Okay, that changes what I'll do. Well, you know what? I will use a bonus action to cast Healing Word on Gesh.
Okay. All right, Gash is restored 8 HP.
Thank you.
Okay, and I am going to, as my action, do Starry Wisps on the one farthest south.
All right, on this map you mean east, but I gotcha.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
9's going to miss.
And I will move up here, and that's the end of my turn.
All right, Gash, your turn.
Okay, Degas has this woman in his hand, and he's like, "How come you don't have a big X across your face?" So I don't know why, but he's going to make sure of it. If you said she's down, so I'm kind of holding her up, I guess. If I let go of her as a free action, she'll fall to the ground.
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna let go free action. And then with advantage, I'm going to strike two-handed with my quarterstaff on her because she needs an X across her face.
All right, fair enough. And that will give her the old X. She is dead.
Okay, and then I'm going to burn. No, so just to clarify, before I take my bonus action, I need to plan ahead if I'm going to spend a focus point or not. I can't just do like an unarmed strike and say, I'm going to spend a focus point and do another.
No, because that's two separate
Okay.
options, right? Bonus action to make one attack or bonus action to flurry of blows. You got to pick which one.
Okay, copy that. I'm going to burn flurry of blows here, so I'll burn a focus point. So I have one left. So he's going to get 2 strikes, two-handed quarterstaff blunt weapon on the guy in the middle. The one
So
closest to
remember,
Glory.
flurry of blows is unarmed strike. You can't use a quarterstaff as an unarmed strike.
Oh, yeah, you got me on that last time. Here they come. Okay, then a roundhouse kicks, 2 roundhouse kicks.
All right, sounds good. 15 will connect, wounding the creature. 13 will also connect, wounding the creature once more.
Oh, this is a bad spot for me. I am going to then end my turn.
Okay, Barnaby.
All right. I don't want anyone else glowing. So I am going to go ahead and cast Bless in a second on Archgo, Gale, if I pronounce it right. Vigo and Glory. So I'll use my Bless spell on that.
All right, go ahead and burn that. And then folks that just got blessed, make sure you have that option turned on your sheet so it auto affect your rolls.
Who got blessed? I don't remember.
I didn't bless you in case you turn on us. So it's
Oh, okay, I just didn't.
yeah, no, that's fine. Vigo, because backstory, I know him, and then Glory and Archgill.
Perfect.
Thank you.
All right, Archgill, your turn.
Does the bubbling seem to be continuing under these skeletons?
On a quick
Like, does it look like it's
glance,
going to...
on a quick glance, based on your passive perception, no.
Okay. I might still do this anyway. I'm going to go ahead and channel Divinity for Turn Undead.
Okay, yeah, go ahead and post that.
So they will have to give me a Wisdom saving throw.
All right, so here comes 2 wisdom saving throws. We'll just start from the one closest to Glory and then the one furthest from Glory. And what is your DC?
Ooh, I just had it. 14. So wisdom 14 is what they have to beat.
All right, just one moment. All right, so this sheet is incorrect. So I'm going to post this, but I might have to manually do an update. This should be just a flat, or actually, this should be a +2 on the save. So let me go ahead and post this twice, and let me see how it actually shows up on sheet. Okay, so it's actually making it a -1, but those should be +2. So unfortunately, they're going to pass both of those.
Wow. Okay. And that technically casts a spell, so
It's
I
not
will
a
end my.
spell, but that is your magic action. So you would have a bonus action left if you wanted to use it.
Yeah, I don't have anything for a bonus action. Well, no, I don't. Do I want to move is the real question. No, I might want to. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and move up 1 right here,
Okay.
and end my turn.
All right, Gash, since this darkness has come over you, you've noticed this skeleton hasn't taken its eye sockets off of you. It is focused intently upon you. It is going to slash on you twice. Oh, I am so sorry, Gash. This is going to be bad. All right, that first one's going to hit you. It is going to deal 8 points of damage, and then because you have the darkness around you, it deals additional damage. It's going to be 6 extra necrotic for a total of 14 points of damage. That drops you to the ground.
Yes.
Okay, that next attack on you is a critical hit. What is your total HP?
17.
All right, 17. So here comes crit damage, and then I have to add the extra crit damage as well. Hopefully this is all under 17. So there's 11. 28 points of damage. Unfortunately, Gash, with that darkness around you making you suffer additional damage from these strikes, this blade is going to go right through you, dealing over your maximum HP, and that is going to slay you instantly. Braddock.
I will take a shot at the same one I did before, which I'm pretty sure is the center one, so I will get Vex. Which means I will attack.
Does
at advantage
Vex work if you don't hit them?
here. Maybe not. Let me look.
If you hit a
Oh, no,
creature.
yeah, okay. All right, so it is not an advantage. All right.
21 will certainly hit.
Okay, and then I should get sneak attack damage on this.
You will, yes. All right, 8 points of damage, wounding the skeleton.
And that will end his turn.
Okay, Glory.
Take a step off to the side, attack this one again.
Okay. Nice, critical hit. Yeah, let's see it. All right, you slash
I'm
into...
gonna re-roll that one. Can I re-roll that one because of savage attacker?
Yeah, sure.
So that would be a D10, I believe.
So you actually get to re-roll both of them, and then it says you can use either roll. So roll another 2d10. You can either take 5 or whatever else you roll.
Oh, I'll take the 11.
All right, so I'm going to take 3 more off because I already took the 8 off, so 3 more coming off. All
And
right,
then I'm
yes.
going to cleave. This one to the south.
Okay. $16 will hit. Okay, that is going to wound the creature. All right, move to Zach's turn.
Okay, I'm going to cast Chromatic Orb.
Okay, Chromatic Orb, which is your target?
The center one, the one that's lower HP.
Okay. That'll certainly connect.
All right, I'm gonna roll this just because it's easier to see. Our 3d8. I guess it was the first one. 4, 3, 3, and because 2 of those are the same number, it should bounce.
Yep, that sounds right to me.
Okay, so you attack the second one.
That'll hit as well. All right, the chromatic orb. What type of damage was that, by the way?
Let's make it thunder.
All right, so as it strikes out and reverberates the area, you're going to see both creatures struck and wounded.
All right, and that will be my turn.
All right, this one's turn. He is going to step away from Archgale. Archgale, do you have a weapon in hand?
I do not.
Okay, no opportunity attack. He is then going to turn those finger darts on Glory. Finger darts have been activated. Just waiting for them to post in chat here. That is going to miss. All right, she is slain. We move to Vigo's turn.
All right, Vigo. Is it clear that Gesh is killed?
I would say you saw Gesh get struck, drop to the ground, and then you saw the creature basically do like a coup de grace, stabbing him right through the chest.
Okay. And just double checking, that affects all the scimitar attacks we can see?
It does, yep.
All right. Vigo's going to catch Shillelagh.
All right, so that looks like it posted the attack already. Are you attacking that one?
Yeah, I'm going to go to the closest.
Okay, that will hit. All right, you swallop the creature, wounding it.
And so it's going to be force damage for that, just a heads up.
Okay, that still wounds it.
Okay. And that's the end of my turn.
All right, unfortunately, Gesh is slain, so remove him. Barnaby.
Oh no, we need to kill these guys. Let's try to attack the wounded skeleton. Oh, poor gosh. All right, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to cast Eldritch Blast at him, the wounded one.
Okay, I assume the mostly wounded one.
Yeah, truth.
12 will miss.
Oh no.
Okay, Archgale.
Okay, so just quick question. If I
Sure.
am in this kind of melee range, does that impose any kind of disadvantage for casting quote-unquote ranged spells?
It does, yes. If you're making a ranged attack, like an attack that requires a attack roll, then you'll have disadvantage.
Understood. Okay. I'm going to just go ahead and cast Sacred Flame on the one right in front of me.
All right, deck save coming up. That will fail. Go ahead and post your damage. All right, radiant damage strikes the skeleton, wounding it.
And don't want to move. I don't want to open that up. All right, so end my turn.
All right, this one's turn. He's got a few different targets now. Seeing that Archgale looks a little bit wounded, he's going to focus his efforts there, slashing out twice with a scimitar. 13 and a 7. Both of those are going to miss. We move to Braddock's turn.
Okay, I'll take a shot with the hand crossbow at the one in the center that's injured.
That is going to miss.
Well, it should be at advantage, right? Because of X, because I did hit it.
If you hit it last time, then yes.
Yes, so it is a 19 hit.
Certainly does, yep.
Okay, so with sneak attack damage. 10 points of damage.
Okay, that bolt will wound the skeleton. It looks like it's barely on its bony feet.
All right, and then I will use my movement to run around and behind that spot, and that will end his turn.
All right, top of the next round, Glory.
Attacking this one.
18 will hit. All right, that is enough damage to drop that skeleton. That will hit as well. So that shouldn't be a critical, so I'm only going to take the first die roll. All right, he is wounded
Oh,
on
yeah.
the cleave. Yep, no worries. Zach.
Okay, cast Sorcerer's Burst.
That'll hit as well.
And that's psychic damage.
Okay, we'll wound the creature.
Okay, and then I will run behind Vigo. In my turn.
Alrighty, this one's turn. He's got some options. He's going to go for Archgale. He's going to step out and swing out twice. 14 and 16 will miss both times. We'll move to Vigo.
Okay, Vigo stomps on the body and moves up. And again, swings the shillelagh.
All right, Shillelagh coming down on the skeleton. That'll hit.
And you know what? Since it's a skeleton, I'll just keep the bludgeoning damage for this.
Okay, it wounds the creature.
And I go, you won't get any more of my new friends.
All right, Barnaby.
All right, I'm going to move down just to make sure I have a perfect shot for him. One of those can't miss opportunities here.
Trying to tell the dice what's up. Oh, it misses.
Oh boy, I tell you. There you go. All right, now in my turn. But it looked cool. I did it in a cool. I missed in a cool sort of way.
Oh, yeah, for sure. All right, Archgale.
Sacred
Man,
Flame.
That looked cool.
All right, Sacred Flame on the creature. Here comes a save. So we're getting a ton of lag on Roll20, but none on Discord, which is weird. All right, that hits. Go ahead and post your damage. All right, that will wound the skeleton. Try a quick hard refresh just to see if it's something on my end. Yeah, Braddock would be up next.
Okay, I'll run down 5, 10, 15 to get a clear line of sight here, and then take a shot with the hand crossbow.
23 will connect.
It should be the +3, so.
Help me figure that one out.
Sneak attack, right? Because there's somebody next to it.
So, all right, but I see you've posted 2 sets of damage, and it looks like both of them had base and sneak in. Am I missing something?
The first one. Oh wait, never mind. I guess there was a +3 on there. I have a main hand and an offhand for hand crossbow on this character sheet, so I'm assuming I should have done the main hand, but I accidentally clicked the offhand first.
So I'll just take the first one then. 7 points of damage.
Okay, all right, and then I will move back to where I was.
All right, that will indeed wound the skeleton. Okay, top of the round, Glory.
Move around and strike the skeleton.
15 will hit. That will wound the skeleton. We move to Zach's turn.
All right, 5, 10 to move there, get a clear line of sight, and Sorcerer's Burst.
That will miss.
It should be at advantage because of innate sorcery, so it should be a 20.
Remind me, what is innate sorcery? Did you use that earlier in the battle?
Yes, it's here. I'll post it, but it was the first bonus action I did at the start of the combat. Actually, oh, you know what? That was no, yeah, it was this combat. It was with the the cultists, but I'll click it one sec.
All right, so yeah, we will assume that hits. Go ahead and post your damage.
And that'll
Okay,
be
that
psychic.
will wound him.
And then I will move back, and that will be the turn.
All right, last undead life of the creature here. He's trying to make it worthwhile. With Archkill not having a weapon, he's going to step over here and attack Glory. He swings out with his scimitar twice. Character sheet is loading with quite a bit of lag. All right, I'm just going to roll this in chat. All right, first one certainly will miss. Second one misses as well. We will move on to Vigo's turn.
Okay, same old, same old. Vigo's going to try to smack the back of its head when it's turned.
Yes, that will connect. And that is going to be enough damage to destroy the skeleton. All right, folks, we are out of battle as you unfortunately realize you have lost another companion here in the same spot.
Man, I really don't like this room.
Oh, the poor fellow. What did you say his name was again?
It was Gesh.
He is Gesh.
The poor Gash.
I can't believe it, and I don't think those two girls. I tell you, I can't believe they would call upon these evil creatures.
Looks can be deceiving.
Well, and we need to keep in mind they said something about what she gave her. So there's definitely another person, maybe even more powerful, because they gave them this magical gift.
Yeah, let's see if they have anything on them.
I agree. Might give us a clue.
Search their bodies for anything.
So these two human women are wearing leather armor. You see these ritual sickles in their inventory as well. You find a few bits and bobs like a little bit of thread, that sort of thing. And then Zach, since you're the one primarily doing the searching here, go ahead and throw me an investigation check. Yeah, that's all you find.
Too distracted by my dead friend.
You want to use inspiration for that?
I do not have inspiration.
Dang it. All right. Oh, can I give you mine?
If you want to burn your inspiration for him, sure.
I absolutely would.
Okay.
There you go. I burned
So
it.
roll again.
With a 13, what you are going to notice is there are some scars on both of their wrists consistent with being tied down.
I'll point out the scars. Anyway, does that mean anything to any of you?
They're tied up.
Like prisoners or worshippers of a certain god that likes punishment?
It's a good
What
question.
god is that?
Can I do a religion check to see if this is a religious type?
Sure, yeah, sure. Go ahead and throw a religion check. So, I guess what I would say is you do know that there are some religions that sort of, take joy in more erotic kind of things. And if this signs of these scarring based on ropes certainly could be consistent with that. You don't know specifically if that is tied to one religion. It's not like just one is like that.
Well, it could be religious. It's been known that some religions enjoy that sort of thing, but didn't you say people were being kidnapped? Maybe these are the people being kidnapped.
Oh,
Did you
possibly.
read the markings on their weapons?
Oh, good question.
does the symbolism, do you think?
So you can tell that these are sort of ritual sickles, meaning that they don't look like they're really designed for combat. They're more ceremonial in nature, but you don't see like specific symbols that would indicate a particular religion. I would also say this doesn't seem unusual to you because you know any of these sort of religious groups that are doing things on the underhanded side of the rules and the law. They don't try to advertise what they do, so they try to be pretty careful. So yeah, you're not surprised that you're not finding any obvious signs of what they might be associated with.
Well, they're not going to be obvious about it if they're a cult or into more disgusting kinds of things. But they definitely look like they're not into good business.
Well, I hate to say it with our friend down, but maybe we should bring his body to the corner here. I hate to have to come all the way down here again, and we can keep his body where we can bring it back for burial later. Unless, Mr. Cleric, unless you know of a ceremony you can do here.
Uh,
Have the flames, the shadow flames, subsided from the body?
Yes, once he was slain, you did see those dissipate.
And I hate to even mention this, but I think he bought a healing potion, if I remember he was talking about that.
you remember that?
Somebody may want to search him and see what kind of gifts he would be willing to offer the party now that he is no longer with us. I'm sure he would want it.
Sorry guys, I was creating a character. Yeah, you get a silver short sword. You could probably sell that for about 100 gold pieces. A quarter's just mundane stuff. I have my silver ingots. I have 4 silver ingots, 1 potion of healing, leather worker's tools, cartographer tools, and the silver sword. Seems pretty about it.
I don't know if I heard you say, but yes, you do have 1 potion of healing on your sheet as well.
And 4 silver ingots.
Well, and that silver sword that he didn't just mention is great too.
Yeah, we should grab that. I don't know if we can carry that silver. We're already pretty weighed
Yeah,
down.
we are. Well, let's just tuck them away over here for now and maybe try to see what else we can find. Since you said this seems to be a hot spot, I'd hate to leave and come back and then lose someone else in this room.
I don't need the silver sword, and I'd rather have somebody that can't do healing have the healing potion, but I think someone definitely should put that on their character. I mean, take that with them.
I can take it if nobody else wants it.
Oh, and sorry, one thing I forgot to mention. Zach, when you were searching and you got your 13 after the use of inspiration, you noticed the rope burn on the wrist. You also were able to find a key on both of their bodies.
Okay, so I'll hand one of the keys to, I guess, Archgal's standing right next to me, so I'll hand one to him and I'll keep the other one.
Oh, thank you.
Does anyone know what god Gesh was a follower of?
Never bothered to ask.
I didn't know him long enough for that.
Well, priest, say a prayer. We do not wish him to be tainted by these dark ones.
Well, I'll do what I can.
I'm going to go ahead and take bless off. I'm pretty sure the 1 minute, if it's not over, it will be. You know.
Yeah. So I'll lay out Gesh's body, kind of tucked away here in the corner, so it doesn't get trampled and we can come back for it if it sounds like we might be continuing on. And I'll just say a prayer about how he was vital in our progress towards the future.
Oh, come on. They made the brand new guy say the prayer about that. That's like when you go to the funeral and they're like, I knew this guy really well, and they never knew him at all.
He is the cleric.
It's his job.
I knew Gesh. Gesh is his name, right? Gesh.
Yeah, yeah,
Unmistakable. He had beautiful scales, if you couldn't tell. And all in the name of progress.
Here.
Yeah. We'll drink a toast to him later today.
Shall we
Can
move
I
on?
can I investigate the maybe investigate isn't the right word. I would like to see what the concoction was that they used on these skeletons.
Glancing into that pile of bones and offal, you do notice a few flecks of broken glass here and there. When she pulled it out of her pocket, it looked like a small vial containing an oily black substance. You don't see any of that oily black substance any longer. You just see remnants of the glass bottle.
Okay. Well, I think we've seen everything we need to here.
All right, and Carl, did you take or Zach? Did you take the short sword and the healing potion? I just want to confirm.
Just the healing potion. I did not take the short sword. So if somebody wants that short sword, they'll need to grab it.
All right, I'll go ahead and I don't really need it because I have my own weapon stuff, but just to make sure that it's in our inventory, I'll go ahead and take it. And so if anyone wants it at any time, just ask for it.
And it's probably worth pointing out that I'm not using a weapon on purpose. I have one, but I'm not using it on purpose.
Yeah, you keep your hand free. I get it.
Yeah,
Listen.
free hand.
Listen to the door.
All right, perception check, Glory. As you put your ear to the door, two things strike you right off the bat. Through this very fine crack between these double doors, you get a slight smell of incense that seems to be wafting there. You also are able to hear sounds through the door. It sounds like Om, Om.
I hear chanting, praying, some ceremony going on.
Should we interrupt it? It could be
If this
sacrifice.
is what they turn out, then yes.
It
Yeah, we
can't
should
be any
go.
good.
No, but if they're summoning something, we need to stop it. Or if they're sacrificing someone.
Let's do it.
Do you have the key?
Yeah, I'll hand you the key that I have.
Oh, I'll hand you the key I have.
I'll try the key.
Yes, the key will unlock the door. This is a set of double doors. At the moment, I only have one door indicator here, so I'm going to actually adjust this slightly to put two in case you guys decide you want to go the old crack the door method. All right.
Are we ready?
Is that your intent, or yeah, let me know what it is that you're trying to do.
I don't do the subtle approach. So. Is everyone ready?
Ready. Forgesh.
So just to clarify here, Gloria, is your idea to throw the door open and just kind of rush in kind of deal, or what are you doing?
Yes.
All right, fair enough. So let me just go ahead and remove these two. All right, so you throw the door open wide. I'm going to go ahead and preemptively lock tokens. All right, so as the door is thrown open, you see a scene before you. The sweet smell of incense fills this expansive chamber. Two rows of columns line a well-traveled walkway towards a dais on the far end of the hall. A young woman is bound and pinioned to a stone pillar. Large braziers surround her, casting a pale light, while billowing strange violet plumes of smoke casting. Oh yeah, I think there's a word missing there. While billowing strange violent plumes of smoke rise in the dank undercity air. Over a dozen people in white and red robes look on as a voluptuous, crimson-clad woman gesticulates above the chained maiden with a ceremonial spear. So I'm going to point out a couple of points of interest here. First of all, you're going to notice in this room there are a variety of folks. you'll notice some of them look like they are wearing ceremonial masks and attire. For example, this one here, this one here. The reason those look similar, it doesn't mean that they're the same person, of course. It means they're wearing similar attire. You notice some other folks, for example, the one here that you're able to spot, the one here that some of you are able to spot, look like they are dressed more in what you would assume to be cultist kind of attire, meaning robes coming down on them. You can see a strange symbol on them as well. It looks like their robes are made of dark red, and then it gets a little bit lighter as it goes down. It resembles dripping blood. You notice some other folks standing about this area. So for example, here and here, you can see what looks to be what you would deem to be like a commoner. It looks like somebody kind of just looking on this procession and seemingly interested in what is going on. The voluptuous woman that is dancing around with the spear, that is all the way up here. And the woman that is tied to the stone pillar is the one green ringed one here. Hopefully that is a whole lot of information. Is there any snap questions before I move us forward?
Does the girl in the back, does her description match that of who we're looking for?
It does indeed.
Are they all have their backs turned to us watching this?
So as the doors are flung open violently, you will notice some of the ones closest to you turn to look at you, and then there starts to be some murmuring, and then you see people going, oh, what's going on there? And like basically all this is starting to happen at this moment. Is there any other questions as far as clarification before I move us forward? All right, hearing nothing then, I'm going to put us in initiative order. This doesn't necessarily mean that we're in combat. We could be, but I want to make sure we're all getting a turn and moving, in easy order. I think that'll make it easier to adjust this scenario. So let me go ahead and move some folks out of the way. Let's go ahead and get all these tokens lined up. All right, that is a whole lot of tokens. Hopefully we've got everybody. Let's make sure we've got all the players. Oh, unfortunately I threw Gesh in there again, adding insult to injury. Let's move him out of there. All right, so, all right, that is the initiative. Those folks that have alert, would you like to offer to switch with somebody?
Braddock will offer to swap with Glory again.
Glory, do you accept?
I accept.
All right, so you guys are going to go ahead and adjust your initiatives and make sure I see where you guys are at.
Yeah, Glory, what was yours?
16.14.
All right, so I see Glory's is updated, Braddock's is updated. Excellent. Let me sort. All right, and then Archscale, are you offering to switch?
No.
All right, so we are where we are. Okay, so as this murmuring is going out, you're going to notice this woman who's acting first. She is standing looking towards the dais, seemingly very much interested or excited in what's going on up there. You can see her moving her hands and seemingly part of this sort of ceremony. As we move to this individual, there's some murmuring starting to spread from closer to where you guys are at, but it hasn't quite made it up to this area yet. This one, however, turns and looks, and wearing the mask, you see she will turn back and say, "Intruders!" And then she is going to move, rushing forward to engage you, Glory. Once she gets up to here, you'll see she draws the sickle from her side, and she slashes out at you. That 5 is going to miss. All right, now that we're officially in a combat scenario, I'm going to go ahead and change the music up, and Glory, it is your turn.
All right. I'm going to.
Adam, can I get light or something to see or?
Yeah, I can throw you a spectator token.
Thank you.
A rage. The girl's name is Raslin, is that right?
Rosalind, yep.
Roslyn. Rosalind! I'll just shout in my rage, and then I'm going to attack this one in front of me.
23 certainly will hit. You slash this one down dead. All right, with the shouting going on, you're going to notice some more movement as this cultist is going to make her way down. Okay, Zach's turn.
Save the girl. And then I'll cast innate sorcery as a bonus action. Okay, I've made my entrance here, and this one, like, right in front. That's clearly a cultist, right?
That looks to be a commoner, as best you can tell. They're not wearing any ceremonial garb or anything like that. They look like they're dressed almost like maybe a fisherman.
Okay, then I'm going to hold my action until basically somebody makes what seems to be like an offensive action, and then I'll cast Sorcerer's Burst on them.
Okay, so you're readying your action that if somebody attacks you or your allies, you're going to attack.
Correct.
Okay, I can take that ready to action.
And then I'll move a step back here, too, just so I'm not right in the front. And that will be my turn.
Okay, Barnaby.
All right. First, I'll point out that some of you guys still have your bless token on. I'm going to go ahead and recast bless using my last spell slot, but it's not going to be necessarily to the same people. So you may want to just kind of, to confirm and not to get confused.
I just cleared them all.
Okay, thanks. I'm going to come down here so I can see what the heck is going on a little bit. I'm going to cast Bless again, as I just mentioned. And I am going to cast it on myself, Glory, and Zach. And I'll go ahead and end my turn, but I'll go ahead and also cast it in just a second, just because I see a lot of tokens. So.
All right. This individual is going to turn back, and you see sort of eyes wide open. All right. Around the pillar, you're going to notice one of these masked figures seemingly doing the same. What's going on? All right, this one's turn. Going to make her way rushing down as she gets up to Glory and slashes out with a sickle. That is going to miss Glory. Move to
That's gonna
trigger. Yep, trigger the ready to action.
So
24. Okay, that'll hit. All right, and what type of damage is that?
It would be psychic, and because it's an 8, this has like a bouncing 8 thing, so I get to roll damage again.
Okay, so 9 total damage to her. Yes, she is slain. So the psychic damage rushes through her, and she drops to the ground.
Take that. And I guess it's not my turn, so that will not be the end of my turn.
But it is Braddock's turn. You get to control him.
Oh yeah, right. Five, so I'll move there, and similarly, I will ready his action so that if anybody comes in and takes an offensive action, I'll shoot that hand crossbow at them.
Okay. All right, this woman is still holding onto the spear, and you can see she's doing this dance. As all this commotion starts to ring out through the chamber, you notice her dancing motion kind of stutters a little bit, and you see her turning. She has this kind of, from this distance, it's hard to tell, but you can see her kind of looking around and seeming maybe a little bit unfocused. All right, this individual in a mask is going to rush up and attack Glory. Missing. That'll trigger Braddock's attack. 10, right? Will miss. This person is also going to say, ah! This one's going to go ahead and rush up. That one is also going to rush up. This one, ah! Archgale.
Okay, I'm going to move a little here. All right, so I'll go. Let's go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, and 30. And then I will cast, let's see. Okay, perfect. That's what I thought. I'll cast Firebolt on the, whoever this one is, the one right to the side of Glory.
Directly to your west.
Yes.
Okay.
My northwest, you know what I mean? Okay. Firebolt.
17 will hit. The firebolt scorches the cultist.
Okay, and I'll end my turn.
From the shadows of the pillar emerges a figure that some of you recognize, but probably not Archgale. A masked figure holding a crossbow. He is going to aim that crossbow at Archgale and fire it off. That is going to miss. Ah! Vigo.
Okay, Vigo is going to move up. And let me just measure something real quick.
If it's Fireball, dude, I know the spot.
Yeah. um. So, sorry, quick question. If I have a range and then it makes a square, is that at the very, can I make the square at the very end of the range and have it go further? Or is that,
The center of the square would be as far away as you can go. So if it says like 60,
Okay.
the center is 60.
Gotcha. Okay. Um, and another quick question. Do these people in the middle here, this middle clump, do they look like they have ranged weapons?
On a quick glance, no.
All right. Vigo is going to cast Entangle.
All right, go ahead and post that. Oh, that's not very good information. Let me look that one up.
It's 90 feet.
All right, go ahead and use your pointer where you would like the center to be.
I can't reach the spear lady, unfortunately, so I'm gonna just do it. Center it right. I guess right here.
All right, so this is a 20-foot square. So let's see. What? That's not what I want. So 20-foot square would be like that. Is that kind of where you're aiming?
Yep. I want to get those 5 in it.
All right, let me go ahead and do that one more time. Sorry, this is unfortunately not as easy as I would like. I think I'm gonna use the other deal. All right, so that is now entangled. I'm going to switch that to green just so it's more entangly. All right, that area is currently entangled. Anything else in your turn, Vigo?
Well, they have to make a saving throw.
Oh, is it immediate now? Okay, I think it used to be on like start a turn.
Yeah, they have to make a strength saving throw,
All right, what is your
or they're
DC?
restrained. 14.
14. All right. All right, so I'm going to roll for a few of them here. Actually, I'm gonna go ahead and roll this a little bit differently. So here comes, and then I'll add the modifier separately. All right, and you said it was 14?
Yep.
All right, they are all going to fail.
All right. And as the vines grasp out and grab them, I say, "Release the girl." And then I move 5 feet back. That's the end of my turn.
Well done.
All right, this one's turn.
And just a heads up, that's difficult terrain now where that is.
Okay, yep, good to know. All right, her turn. You're going to notice a pretty attractive looking young woman is going to turn and look in your direction. You'll see a slight smile on her face. She will turn and whisper something to her west, and then she is going to step up a little bit. And checking range really quick here. All right, having just spotted you fire this spell off, Vigo, she is going to go ahead and take a couple of shots at you, hoping to break your concentration. Here comes 2 shots with a longbow. 17 and 19 is both going to hit. 5 and 9, total of 14 points of damage, 2 separate constitution saves for concentration. Succeeded on the first one. Succeeded on the second one. Nice. All right, so just the damage.
Is that within range for the readied action that is up there?
Who has the ready action right now? Oh yeah, I think that was
can't
already
remember.
spent.
Yeah, Braddock used it on attack earlier. He just missed.
Oh, okay. I didn't think he used his.
This one's going to say, get me out of here. I'm stuck. And I think they get to make a new check, right, on Entangle? All right, let's see. Use an action to make a strength athletics check. Okay, and your DC is 14. All right, so strength athletics. You are a 14, so that one will still be stuck. This one will do the same. That one does manage to break free as an action. I'm going to move back 2 because that's difficult terrain. All right, this one's going to try to break free. Manages to do so. We'll run up to there. All right, this one's turn. All right, you're going to notice this also somewhat attractive looking man who looks pretty similar to the woman that just fired off a couple shots at Vigo. He is going to move to here. He will then hold his hand up in the air very quickly as you notice these spatters of blood seem to congeal, and then he motions with his hand, quickly throwing them, and you see they touch upon himself, this other woman, and then they also go over to the west. All right, after he does that, he is going to move forward a bit. And from here, he is going to conjure some more energy in his hand, and he's going to fling it out at Glory as he fires off a radiant flame. Which will miss. All right, this person, get me out of here. And from the center of the dais, please help me. All right, this woman's turn. All right, she is also going to cast a spell, firing off at Glory. She is going to conjure this radiant bolt of energy and shoot it right at you, Glory. Here it comes. All right, that is going to fire off, but miss you. Alrighty, this guy's turn. Glory, your turn.
I'm going to attack, swinging east to west, starting with this one.
Yes, that will hit. All right, you slice that one up. Who drops?
Leave.
That'll hit as well. That one will also drop. Now on Cleave, do you add the modifier? Or is
No,
that
you don't.
rage? That two's from
Oh,
the
I
rage,
can
right?
add. I can add rage. I do get to add rage. I don't get to add strength.
All right, no worries there. That one is going to drop as well. I'm just throw a rage indicator on there. Okay, that one is down. All right, this one also going to try to break free. Fails to do so. Zach.
Okay, so these two directly in front of me are down, right?
Let me move some dead bodies out of the way. All right, I've just moved the dead ones that are close. Everybody else that you see standing is standing.
Okay, so I'll move down 10 feet here. That should give me actually 15. And I believe I'll get clear line of sight. Let me... I guess not exactly, but then I think the pillar is going to be in the way. Take a shot of Sorcerer's Burst at the handsome man in the back.
All right, go ahead and post that.
28.
28 will hit.
And that's an 8, so that will bounce and do 13.
All right, so 13 damage will be applied to him. Yes, he will take that damage and looks badly wounded.
Okay, and then, so that was 15 feet of movement, and then I'll use the rest of my movement basically to run back into the room. Alright, so that's 35 feet of movement there, and that will end his turn.
All right, Barnaby.
All right, I'm going to come out. Seeing that's a whole bunch of baddies in front of us, I'm going to go ahead and shoot. Well, actually, no. I'm going to go ahead and come here, and the last weapon I had in my hand was the quarterstaff version. So I'm going to go ahead and slash out, but it will be it will be radiant. So
Okay. 24, yeah, that'll hit. You smack her solidly in the face, and she is going to drop.
Feeling really strong and powerful right now. I'm going to then come down. And I'm just going to end my turn there.
All right, this guy is quivering in the corner. Braddock.
The range table on this is showing is 30, 120. So the 120 is disadvantage, right? And anything within 30 is just regular.
Correct.
Okay. I am going to run down 10 feet.
As you step
And-
away from that masked man, he is going to slash out at you,
I didn't even realize he was there.
which will miss.
Okay, and then I will take a hand crossbow shot at disadvantage at the guy in the back, the handsome man.
All right, make your attack. 10 will miss.
Okay, and then I will use the rest of his movement to get back in the room into cover. And that will end his turn.
All right, you're going to notice this woman looks down at the spear in her hand, and you see she's kind of trembling a bit, and she drops it out of her hand, and it hits the ground, and it starts rattling down the stairs. You see she looks around very nervous and starts moving. All right, that one has since been slain. This person is quivering in the corner. That one has been slain. That one has been slain. Quivering. All right, this one is going to attack Glory. Missing with that sickle. Okay, Archgale.
Okay, I'm gonna move. Let's move here. So 5, 10, 15, 20. And I'm going to reach out and touch Vigo, pat him on his little head, and cast Cure Wounds.
All right, let's see it.
Feels good.
Ooh, did it post? Let me try again. There we go.
All right, I'm not the only one with lag. All right, 17 to Vigo.
That's a heal.
Yes.
Heck yeah, that is.
I'm back to full.
Okay, and then my free action. Yeah, it is. I got 2d8 plus 4, so with my free action, I will say we need to save the girl, and move. Let's see, I moved 20, so I'll move right there, and end my turn.
All right, this one's going to try to break free. Fails to do so. All right, this guy is going to rush up towards you here, Barnaby. As he does so, you see he drops that crossbow from his hand. He is going to draw out a blade. He is going to go ahead and... Let's see, what does he want to do to you? Something nasty, right? Yeah, he's going to take 2 attacks against you. So first, you're going to notice he whoosh, swings out with that sword, trying to pierce you. 19, I'm sure that's going to connect.
Yep.
6 points of piercing damage. As he stabs into you, you notice he moves close to you, as close as he can. You can see that mask getting pushed up as he opens his mouth, and you see a mauled jaw as he tries to bite you. Oof, 23 is going to hit. 11 total damage, 5 piercing, 6 necrotic. He comes away with a piece of your shoulder and seems to be very happy about having done so.
And I need to make 2 con saves for Bless.
Yes, please.
Oh, and I forgot to add Bless onto myself, so one moment, I'll do that.
All right, you will succeed on both, managing, to maintain concentration on Bless. Vigo.
Okay. Seeing how my buddy got really hurt right there, Vigo is going to move up and do the same thing that just was done to him and cast Cure Wounds on Barnaby.
Now you got to get at least 17, or you're going to come out like a
Yeah,
I think you could beat him.
you're going to make me look bad.
Pretty
Ooh,
close,
so
pretty
close.
close.
Hey,
Yeah, still not as good.
I won't turn him down.
Okay. And then he will. You know what? He will continue moving forward and get base to base with this doofus here. That's the end of his turn.
All right, this cultist is going to swing their ritual sickle out at Glory. Also not able to hit. Popping around the corner and taking a couple of quick shots at Vigo. 14, 15. Vigo's AC is 15, so the 15's going to hit. 9 points of piercing.
I thought if it matched, it went to the defender.
Nope, just got to hit AC to hit.
Oh, okay.
I got to roll con save.
All right, managed to maintain it. This one tries to break free and manages to do so. I forgot to remove this guy's icon, but he got out of those last turn. All right, he is also going to rush up, getting himself here next to Vigo and slashing out. 19, that is going to hit. Okay, ignore that second set of damage. This is actually a bug, so it should be just 5 total. 4 from the sickle and 1 necrotic. All right, this guy got out previously. He is also going to run to the corner. Alrighty, this guy's turn.
I failed the con save anyways.
Okay, so all right, this goes away then. All right, so the entangling vines are gone. All right, this guy's turn. I'm gonna go ahead and remove your concentration icon. Let's see, he is going to fire a shot off at Barnaby. So he's going to move to here, and then he's going to conjure some magic in his hand and fire it off. Hitting Barnaby with his Radiant Flame. Dealing 6 points of radiant damage, Barnaby.
And he looks really hurt, right?
He does, yes.
Okay.
Go ahead and take that 6 points, and then all right, there we go. All right, this guy's quivering in the corner. Please help me, please. All right, this one's turn. Yeah, she is going to bounce around to here and fire a shot out at Archgale as she conjures some magic in her hand. Or actually, you know what? She's feeling pretty evil, so I think she's going to do more than that. She's going to make her way up to there. All right, and then what she is going to do is she is going to motion with her hands, and you see a little bit of a red streak seem to cover her hand as she reaches out and does this twisting motion, trying to almost like grab you through the air. I will need both Glory and Vigo to give me wisdom saving throws. Both of you will fail.
I'm going to use inspiration on that.
All right, go ahead and burn it. Reroll. All right, you shall succeed. So just Glory, you find yourself paralyzed.
Glory, are you using? Is that with wisdom? I mean, is that with bless? Do you have it?
Doesn't look
Did you
like it's
click-
turned on, but honestly, I don't think it will matter for this based on the totals.
I
Sure.
did turn it on.
If he gets
Okay.
4, though,
I mean, it's set for saving throw. I don't know. How do I see what I rolled?
Yeah, you rolled an 8, and you're adding 1 only. That's what it shows after the 1d20. So, yeah.
I mean, if a 4 wouldn't do it, then
Oh, man, I hate to give away the DCs, so just roll it, and I'll see if it works.
the only reason I say anything because it says the DC in your little box there. On the
Oh,
whole
okay,
person.
does it? Yeah, it is
Yeah,
13.
yeah.
But, yeah, you still fail, unfortunately. All right, this one's turn. Okay, Glory, now that you're paralyzed, this attack will be at advantage, and if it hits, it is an auto crit. 15. Can't manage to get through that armor. Glory, your turn ends. Go ahead and make another wisdom saving throw. See if you can shake this off. There you go. All right, you are no longer paralyzed. Let's see. Did you take any damage since your last turn? You haven't, and you were not able to act, so unfortunately, rage drops.
no, I acted on the last round.
Yeah, so I think the way rage is worded is you either have to attack or take damage since your last turn, right?
And you didn't have a turn because you were paralyzed.
If your rage is
I
still
thought
okay,
if I just was attacked.
making an attack roll against an enemy, force enemy to make a save, take a bonus action to save. Right. So if you take damage, it extends it, I believe. But you have to make an attack roll against an enemy to extend it yourself, or use that bonus action to extend it. I'm doing a quick double check just to make sure I got this right.
Well, they must have changed it. I thought that
Yeah, actually,
it was just attacked.
I don't even see that it says you extend it by taking damage any longer. It's you have to make an attack, force him to make a saving throw, or use the bonus action to extend. So even taking damage wouldn't extend it. But yeah, it looks like that is going to
Interesting.
drop. Yep, yeah, learn something new with the 2024 rules all the time, of course. All right, so we're going to skip your turn. No longer paralyzed, though. That's a pretty big one. All right, this guy's turn. Going to rush up to there. Zach.
Alright, so I'll move there. Okay, I can't really see anything else, so I'm going to right there on that corner, the 2 that would be connected to that, I'm going to cast Sleep and avoid it on Vigo.
I believe in the spell description you can also choose to pick your targets, so you don't
Yeah,
have to.
Yeah, you can. So basically, like Vigo won't have to make this save. It's going to be the masked figure and the one directly to the right of Vigo. And that's a DC 15's Wisdom saving throw.
All right, the yellow tokened one is going to fall asleep. The purple one is not affected.
Okay. And then, so that puts me at 0 spell slots, and then I'm going to use my bonus action to consume my 2 sorcery points to give me a spell slot back. So I'll be at 0 sorcery points, but 1 spell still.
All right, good deal. Good recap.
And then I will move back into the position that I was in.
Okay, Barnaby.
All right, I'm going to strike out at this this masked dude who likes to bite people.
Yeah, that will connect. Smack him in his side, wounding him.
And I can't see his green bar, just to let you know.
Oh, good call out. That's weird. I'm going to make that visible to you guys.
Yeah, and I'm just going to go ahead and end my turn.
All right, this guy's still quivering in the corner. And we move to Braddock's turn.
And all of these characters next to Glory are hostile, correct? Or have appeared to be.
As best you can tell.
Okay, so the one closer, that one, I'll take a shot at with my hand crossbow.
Okay.
$13.
Oh, it just posted for me now. Yes, that will hit. Yeah, that bolt's going to catch him right in the chest. He's going to fall to the ground.
All right, and then I will move back to where I was.
All right, she is going to be running this way. You're going to then hear from behind. She's going. Leave her!
Ah,
All right, this one is going to strike out at Glory. Missing. Archgale.
Okay, really quick question.
Sure.
I know that you cannot cast two, like, say, first level spells, right? Like it consumes like you that's like if you one's an action, one's a bonus action, you still couldn't do it because it's a magic action, right?
You cannot cast a bonus action leveled spell slot and a normal action leveled spell slot in the same turn.
Okay, so that leads to my next question. Can I cast a channel divinity spell?
Channel
And then
Divinity is
a
not a spell, so yes, as long as you have an action and a bonus action, then Channel Divinity doesn't affect spell casting at all.
Perfect. So I am going to move up to here, and on Vigo, I'm going to channel divinity for Divine Spark. And I will post that.
This one's new
Right
for me. I
here.
don't think I've seen this one yet. Oh, so that
So-
burns a Channel Divinity use and just does some flat healing? Okay.
Yes. Yep, that is correct. So Vigo will get 8 back. And then I'm going to cast Cure Wounds on Barnaby.
All right, so unfortunately that will not work because Channel Divinity is an action, right? And then Cure
Oh,
Wounds
correct,
is
correct,
also an
correct.
action?
That is correct. I meant healing word. Thank you.
Healing Word? Yeah, that'll work. All right, and you said that was on Barnaby, right?
Correct.
All right, Barnaby gets 12 back.
I guess I think I kind of forgot. I don't need to touch them. All right.
They're like,
so
yeah,
that
we're
was
glad we brought
5.
him now.
So 5, 10. Oh, I guess I can go 5. I'll just move back there. I'm happy right there.
All right, and then just tracking your resources really quick. Let's see.
Oh
your
yes.
Channel
Yep.
Divinities
Let
are
me.
gone?
Yep. Let me do that real quick.
All right, yep, just want to make sure we don't forget that. This guy is going to rush on forward to here. All right, this one's turn. He's got 2 tasty morsels in front of him. He decides to switch it up and go after Vigo. Maybe Vigo's a little bit less armor and he wants to make sure he gets an attack in. So he's going to stab forward with this short sword. Critically hitting Vigo for 8 points of piercing damage, and then he's going to try to bite him. Also hitting for 9 more damage, 5 piercing and 4 necrotic. You're not concentrating, so altogether that is 17 points of damage dealt to poor Vigo. All right, this guy's... And it's your turn to gesticulate in danger if you like.
Yep. Vigo says, "He got me. You bite me, I bite you." And I don't have spell slots to heal myself anymore, so I am going to wild shape into a giant venomous snake.
All right, and that is an action for you, is that right?
No, bonus action.
Bonus action. Okay, bonus action to change to a giant venomous snake. We're going to go ahead and add the venomous snake into the initiative. Give it a 9 just like you got. And then we're going to hide your icon. I'm going to put the snake there, and you should be able to see out of the snake. Let me know if you have any issues.
Yep. I can see out of the snake. And then as my action, I'm going to try to bite that guy. But I don't get the 11 hit points it has.
Right.
I have my... I have 4 hit points, but then I get 2 temporary hit points.
Yep, yeah, I'll trust you to manage that. So just feel free to update the snake's HP to the correct value if you like. And then that way we know exactly where you're at.
Okay. And then I'm going to try to bite this guy. So sorry, I'm pulling up the sheet. It's taking a second. All right.
Yep, no worries.
Oof.
That
Fucking
will
hit.
miss as he bats the snake's jaws out of the way.
All right, that's the end of my turn.
All right, this one's turn, still striking out at Glory, trying to finally get a hit on Glory, but is unable to do so. All right, this one's turn. All right, we are going to take a couple of shots at Archgale. Archgale comes a couple of shots at you. Critical hit on the first one.
I will use my reaction for. Oh wait, yeah, I'll still use it because it'll last. I'll use my reaction to cast shield.
Are you sure you want to do that? This will still hit you regardless.
It stays up the entire time, right? Like
It does,
until
but
my turn.
It does, but you don't have to use it now because this one's going to hit you for sure. You can wait to see if you get hit it next time and then use it then.
Sure, okay.
Yeah, just in case. Yeah, I mean, in case you don't get attacked again. Yeah, but if this second one hits you, you can just say, "Yeah, use it." Okay, so that critical hit will do 16. Actually, it looks like 16 drops you though, doesn't it?
Yes, that is correct.
All right, that is going to drop you to 0, and then the second shot will actually not be at you. It will be at Glory. That one will miss. All right. All right, this one is sleeping. All right, from through the pillars, Glory, you see this radiant burst of energy fire at you, but does not connect. All right. All right, so on her turn, she is going to go ahead and cast a spell at Glory. Glory, you see this brilliant energy fires your way. Oof, critically hitting Glory.
Dang, Adam, your dice are strong today.
Remember
may the
before when I
force
told
not
you
be with
guys?
you.
I said,
Yeah, when they're running, they're running.
Active defense, because I don't like when I kill people, but yeah, here comes. All right, so you have resistance to necrotic and radiant. This is radiant, so the 27 will be cut down to 13 points of radiant damage. You are then circled by some magical energy. This guy is down on the ground. Glory, your turn.
Move up to here. On Archgill.
All right, Healing Hands action. 4 HP restored to Archgale. All right, this cultist's turn. Yeah, she's going to stab out at Snaky. What is Snaky's AC? Actually, you get to add your wisdom now, so I'm sure that misses. Zach.
I will take a shot at the masked figure with Sorcerer's Burst.
All right, firing through your allies, trying to hit the masked figure. Yes, even with cover, that'll hit.
That's psychic.
3 psychic damage. All right, he is wounded.
And then can I like object interact hand a healing potion to Archgale, or no?
What's in your hands right now?
I guess the lantern. So probably.
But you still
not
have a
then.
free. You still have a free hand, right? So one hand with the lantern, the other hand's free.
Yes.
Then yeah, I'd let you do that. So assume it's sort of on your pouch on your side. You just kind of grab it out and hand it over to him. Yep, I'd allow that.
Yep. All right, and then I'll run back to where I was at, and then it'll be my turn.
All right. So it's more like a push into his hand as he's currently on the ground, having gotten knocked to the ground. So just in case it comes up, I'm going to go ahead and throw prone on Archgale real quick. But Barnaby, your turn.
All right, so as a bonus action, I'm going to go ahead and lay on hands on a snake, which I don't think comes up too often in a game, but I'm going to use 4 points there.
Barnaby's
those are
touching his
bonus.
snake. Okay, got it.
Yep. Let me go ahead and let me just do a conditions on that. All right, and I'm going to say, we need to take down this masked guy. He's evil. Let me do what I can. Let's see if I can have Adam's rolls.
So lay on
Close.
hands is a bonus action nowadays, right? So that works.
Yeah,
So yeah, action to attack. Yeah, that'll certainly hit.
And that's radiant.
You wound him. He's looking a bit haggard. Braddock.
Yeah. Move over here. 15. 30. Get here and take a shot with the hand crossbow at the masked figure.
Okay. 11 will miss.
Okay, and then I'll move, I guess, the 5 remaining feet back here, and that will be his turn.
Hey, Vigo, did you take your 4 HP?
I think isn't it my proficiency bonus?
I gave you 4 HP. I didn't
Oh.
see your green. Didn't see your green go up, so I just
I'm
wanted
sorry,
to make sure.
I missed that. Thank you.
Yep.
All right, this cultist is going to attack Glory. Glory, since you're dazzled all up from the previous spell, this attack is going to be at advantage. 18 will indeed hit. Let me try posting this a little bit different so I don't have to get the bug. All right, that's going to be 3 slashing, 1 necrotic, so a total of 4 damage there. Archgale. And you are no
Okay.
longer glowing. I'm going to remove that.
I will stand. I'll have my movement, right, to stand.
Okay, yep, standing up from prone.
And then I will use my bonus action to drink the healing potion, which
Yes,
is 2d4 plus 2, right?
you got it.
And can I just type that in the chat?
You can, yeah, you can if it's
2d4
easier.
plus 2.
Just do /roll. Yep, there you go. All right,
Okay,
5
perfect.
HP back.
And then I will grab Glory by the shoulder and cast Cure Wounds, my last spell slot.
Okay. 14, nice.
And that's gonna be it for me. Let me submit that.
All right, this one is going to slash out at Archgale. 14 is going to miss. All right, noticing the rogue has remained within striking distance where he doesn't have to provoke an opportunity attack. He's going to try to take advantage. Steps over and stabs out at Braddock. 18, that's going to hit. 5 points of piercing, and then he's going to try to bite his face. 16 on Braddock. I think that hits. Yes, it does. Here comes some more damage. Ooh, it's low. 3 piercing and 1 necrotic. All right, our snake's turn.
All right. You hear the snake go, "Let's try that again." And he tries to bite again.
All right,
Because
you're trying
wild
to bite.
shapes can talk now.
They can indeed. Yes, you're trying to bite the masked guy?
Yep.
All right, let's see it. Yes, this time you do manage to catch him in the arm. The fangs bite in, but you will notice he's immune to poison.
He tastes bad. And then that is the end of my turn.
All right, this one's turn, still swiping away at Glory here. Missing with that sickle. All right, here comes a couple of shots at Glory. Hitting and critically hitting. 16 points of damage against Glory. All right, this guy is still snoring away. Glory, you're going to see some radiant energy fly your way. That is going to miss. Please help me. All right, coming around the corner once again. She is going to conjure up some more magical energy, and she is going to fling it at Glory. But that is going to miss. All right, this guy is still on the ground. Glory.
All right, swinging east to north.
All right, that one right next to you there. Yeah, that'll hit. She is sliced down. Cleaving at that one. That'll hit as well. Wounding her as you slice into her shoulder. Oh, yeah, actually, guys, we're a little bit over break time here. So, Glory, when your turn's done, I already skipped a couple turns, but why don't we take our break since we're real close to the top of the round? But anything else on your turn, Glory? Okay, there we go. So, excellent. All right, let's go ahead and take our break here, guys. 15 minutes. We'll come back 15 and continue our battle. All righty, folks, we're back on the second half of the session. Let's get everybody back over to the battle. All right, we pick up where we left off with this cultist here, who is slashing out at the snake. 15. All right, now I need to know what the snake's AC is.
Okay. You said something about wisdom? I don't think I get that, though.
Yeah, it's a druid. I'm pretty sure you add your wisdom to the AC, don't you?
I think it's either wisdom or level or proficiency or something like that.
I might be looking at the wrong thing then for the rules for wild shape. Let me check real quick. Because I don't have the 2024 rule set, so I'm using the just the Roll20 compendium for it. It doesn't say, as far as I can read, it doesn't say anything about AC. So in that case, the snake's AC is 14 by its basic stat block.
Let me do a quick double check, because I swear I know they reduced the druid shape, like you don't get the temp HP anymore, and I thought one of the like trade-offs of that was you had a way better AC.
I want that to be true.
Unless I'm thinking maybe like the Moon Druid gets that or something. But yeah, I'm not seeing that in the rules. Maybe I'm completely making that up. Let me just do a quick
Yeah.
double check in my handbook real quick. Yeah, I don't see that, so we'll just go with the AC of the Beast for now. I'm going to do a double check. I know I'm remembering that from somewhere. Maybe it's a Moon Druid thing, though. But okay, so that 15 is going to hit. Again, ignore that 3. It's going to be 5 plus 1, so 6 points of damage.
Okay. So it takes my temp HP first.
Yes. All right, we move to Zach's turn then.
Take a step back here, and then kind of like over my friends, I'll cast Sorcerer's Burst at this guy down.
All right, yeah, I did just find that. That is a Moon Druid thing only. Sorry, I was misremembering that.
Someday I'll have that.
All right, and that, I'm sorry, who is that again, Zach?
This guy, the mask figure.
All right, that will hit.
That was not the damage. 2 damage. Psychic damage.
All right, he is wounded once again.
I'll move back there and end my turn.
All right, Barnaby.
All right, he's going to say, please go down, please go down.
And that is going to miss.
I said, please.
Braddock.
Okay. I don't know how he normally does this. He has a rapier as well, and it's a hand crossbow. So would that be 1 in each hand, or do I need to retrieve the rapier to attack him with the rapier?
I mean, even if it was sheathed, he could easily draw it and strike if you want to do that. So no big deal.
Okay, then I'll attack with the rapier here.
Okay. 20 will hit. 10 points of damage. The rapier goes through one of the eye holes of the mask, dropping him, taking the mask off where you recognize a ghoulish face underneath.
Stab me, I stab back. And then I will run back into the corner. Actually, I'll cunning action disengage first because I don't know if this person is going to try to attack me.
Okay.
And then I will end my turn there.
She is moving. Zach, do you have a weapon in hand? And would you like to take an opportunity attack?
I do not. I have the lantern, and she seems to just be running away, so I will let her run. She
All
hasn't done any like combative actions in this, has she?
Not that you could tell from your vantage point. You hear the sound of her feet slapping on the stairs as she seems to be making her way up to the cartways. All right, this cultist is going to attack Glory. Missing with that sickle. Archgale.
Wow. I guess I'll just move 1 to here and cast a firebolt at the person directly to the north of Glory.
All right, you conjure up some flames, firing it that way. That'll hit. Oh, badly wounding this one. She's just barely on her feet.
Okay, so that's 5. 10, 15, 20.
Meanwhile,
Okay.
somewhere else far away.
You hear a creature moving, or you don't. I will bonus action dash.
Bonus action dash or action dash?
Bonus action dash, and I'll send you the text.
Nice.
And then I will action dash. This guy can move.
All right, we move to the snake's turn.
Okay. So he will attack with bite the one that just stabbed him or hit him with a sickle.
Okay. Pen will miss.
And he will slither up here and say, "We must kill the leaders." And he will move to... you know what? He'll move back one. He'll be here.
All right, this one's still attacking Glory. Missing. All right, one shot on Glory and one shot on the snake. Here comes Glory shot. Critically
Oh my
hitting
God.
Glory again. 9 points of damage on that. Here comes a shot on the snake. 15's going to hit.
Yep.
10 points of damage on the snake.
I'm unconscious.
This cultist is still sleeping. All right, so Vigo, you're out of snake form and back to your normal form on the ground, right?
Yep.
All right, I'm going to put you there. Go ahead and update your token appropriately. I'm going to put prone on you because you're currently... well, actually, you're currently unconscious. I'll just throw that one on you, and then same for Glory. All right, this guy's turn. You will hear him say, "We've got them now, sister." All right, and firing down to Barnaby comes some radiant energy. 19 is going to hit Barnaby for 5 points of radiant damage. Please help! All right, stepping out very prominently, you will hear, "Yes, the blood goddess will have her too. You shall all fall, and you will be next, gnome." And she's going to conjure up some magic and fire it off at you. The bolt of radiant energy flashes by your head. This guy's still down. All right, Gloria is in the negatives, or down, so death saving throw, please. GM only. All right, and then we'll move on to the next individual here. All right, this one's still up. Is going to move over and engage Barnaby in combat, slicing out. Missing Barnaby. Zach.
Okay, I can see the, I guess, handsome male is how we referred to him.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah. I'm going to take a shot at him with Sorcerer's Burst.
Okay. That will
24.
hit.
2 points of psychic damage.
All right, that is going to be enough. So as that psychic energy comes over him and he starts convulsing, he turns and he says, "Luna, run for the portal!" Ugh.
All right. I will then move back to where I was. Can I, what kind of a action is it to drag somebody?
It'd be grapple action and then moving at half speed to pull him backwards.
Okay, so I don't have any actions left, so I'll just move myself back. and that will end my turn.
All right, Barnaby.
You ugly hag!
That'll hit. Wounding her badly.
All right, and with a bonus action, I'm going to touch my buddy Vigo with my one remaining heal here. So,
All right, 1 point of lay on hands.
yeah, that's my last, and I'll end my turn, and then I'll take the point away.
Braddock.
Okay, and then I will take a shot with the hand crossbow at the one right in front of Barnaby there.
Okay. Yeah, that'll hit. She takes a bolt to the face and drops.
And then I will run back to where I was.
All right, this guy's still on his feet. He sees some energy get channeled into Vigo, and as Vigo's eyes open, he steps up to close them forever, attacking down at advantage. 17 for 6 total damage. Ignore that too, 6, but that is going to cause Vigo to go unconscious once again. Archgale.
Ooh. All right, I'm gonna move 5, 10, 15, and action help Glory.
Help how?
Try to stabilize. Using my genius, cleric, and what I know from trying to help people.
So essentially you're just trying to prevent him from bleeding out and dying, right?
Yes.
All
That
right,
is
I
correct.
think I need a medicine check from you for that.
Okay.
Yeah, DC 10, that will do the trick. So you have stabilized Glory.
Oh, okay. And I will end my turn right there.
All right, coming from off screen.
Those of you paying attention, you see a 6'8", pissed off orc with revenge in his eyes. All right, I will do my last adrenaline rush for bonus action dash. 5, 10, 15, 20. I'm just going to put me here. And I'm going to attack that lady. You see him free action grab his flail. And is going to attack with the flail.
12 is going to miss.
Then he will action surge. No action surges left. Because I feel like we need...
14 will hit.
Now, I could re-roll that with Savage Attacker. I'll post it. We'll get... I don't know if we need to get used to this, but...
You could, yeah. You rolled a 4, so that's the same thing Glory has. So you would roll it, and if you get better than 4, but the damage could go down, right? Oh, no, actually, let's see. You can roll it twice and choose either, right? So, yep, you could do that.
Roll 2d.
So basically, just roll an 8 side. You already got one 8 side up there. Same exact result.
Okay.
All right, Vigo, GM death save, please. All right, this cultist is going to step over the body of Glory to move to here and slash out at Archgale. Missing. All right. She is going to step away from you. You can make an opportunity attack if you wish.
I will, and she should be sapped with the flail.
Explain what that is first, because that might change what she decided to do.
Yeah, she's stunned from the flail. She's disadvantaged on her next attack.
Okay, yep, that doesn't change what she's going to do then. All right, so you do manage to whack into her as she's moving away from you. All right. This guy is still... Is sleep concentration now?
Yes, it is. So I haven't been hit by anything, so I'm still concentrating on it.
All right, good to know. I'm going to throw a quick concentration icon on you. All right, so that guy is still sleeping. Please, Mr. Green Orc Man, help me! All right. Her noticing this new combatant turns with a furious look on her face, and she's going to move here and fire off a magical blast at you. Seven is going to miss. This guy is still down. Gloria is stabilized, so no death saves needed. That one has been slain. Okay, Zach.
Is this guy I'm standing next to, like, still up?
He is indeed, yes.
I probably wouldn't have done that if I realized that, but I guess I did. Okay.
The chaos of combat. Sometimes you don't even know what's going on.
Yeah. All right. I will bonus action use my my cloud jaunt ability to basically teleport back
Okay.
here. And then I will cast Sorcerer's Burst at that.
All right. 26 will hit. You wound him badly.
Oh, it's
Oh, plus the
8
3.
bounces for
All right, he is down.
Okay, and that will be my turn. Actually, that was not all of my movement, so I'll use my additional 10 feet to there and end my turn.
All right, Barnaby.
All right, Barnaby's going to come over here. I'm going to yell, I hear the city guards are finally here. And I'm going to strike out at this one.
All right.
Please fall.
That will hit. And she does indeed fall.
All right, I'm going to stand my ground for right now because I can help later.
All right, this guy starts making his way over here. Braddock.
Okay. Are there any, like, active combatants that I can see still? I think her, which would be like a disadvantaged shot, so I'll take a hand crossbow shot down her.
Her being the purple token?
Yes,
Okay, sure.
down here.
6 will
6.
miss.
Okay, and then I'll run back into my corner.
Okay, Archgale.
I will reach down and try to stabilize Vigo as well.
All right, medicine check DC 10. He is stable as well.
Okay. Let's see, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. I will move there. 5, 10, 15, 30. There we go. And then my turn.
Okay, Grim.
There's a lady standing here, right? The lady I hit.
No, there is a gentleman who is on the ground looking dead.
Gentleman. Where's the dude that ran away from me?
She ran through that open area that you were looking towards.
Oh, okay. I don't like when people run from me. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Action dash. Right there. It's gonna say... Oh, I'm so mad at you. I did nothing wrong.
Get back in your cage, slave! All right, Vigo stabilized. No need to make that save. All right, moving over to her. Now that you're within reach, let's see what she wants to do. All right, you're going to notice she smiles this wicked smile at you. You see she has this this dagger, and she also has a whip at her side. But she touches the dagger, bringing it to her hand, and you can see this, what looks almost like blood red magic siphons off of it and seems to imbue the dagger with extra magic. And then she is going to slice out at you with it. That is going to miss.
At least it's not the whip. I hate the whip. Quit whipping me, you bitch.
All right, Gloria is stable. Move to Zach.
Okay, 5, 10, 15. Uh, 30, 35. Okay. Can I take that shot? There's a pillar in the way, sort of, but I don't know if I'd be able to.
You can take a shot. I'm giving her cover, though.
Okay. I'm going to cast my last spell, Chromatic Orb, at her.
Okay. Just as an FYI, I'm guessing you put linger on your measurement, so it keeps leaving those on the map. You might want to remove that. Does this also benefit from your advantage?
Yes, it's any spell as long as I still have that, or like any attack roll, basically. That's
Okay.
a sorcerer spell.
So 19
So-
will hit. All right, 12 points of damage. That will wound her.
Yeah, I guess it's thunder. And that's all of my movement. So I'm going to stay here, and I don't know how to clear this. I'm trying to, but I turn.
So if you... Yeah, looks like you got it.
Okay, and that will end my turn.
All right, Barnaby.
All right, I'm going after the ghostly looking woman. I'm going to say, somebody needs to drop. They need to. This is too much.
That will hit. You hit her pinky. Ah!
Boy, I tell you what, that pinky will not. Did it drop? Make her drop her dagger?
No. All right, Braddock.
5, 10, 5. All right, I'll get to cure, and I will take a shot with the hand crossbow at that one.
All right, disadvantage. That will miss.
Okay, and then I will cunning action dash to get a little close. Right there, and that will end his turn.
Large scale.
Right, so 5, 10, 15, 20 right here. Make sure that looks all good. Yep. I will cast Firebolt at the lady.
All right, let's see the firebolt. That will also miss.
Okay. Awesome.
She dodges great.
You're just phenomenal. It's the clothing. Obviously, high level players wear very revealing clothing.
Works every time you're distracted.
Okay, so that was 20 feet, and I'll go 5, 10, 15, 20 to there.
Is your total speed 40?
Oh, did I miscount?
Well, I heard you say that's 20 feet, and then you counted out 20 more, so it sounded like 40, but...
Yeah, you're right. Nope, you're right. You are correct. That is 5, 10. There we go. I kind
right,
of
good
forgot what
deal.
I was doing.
No worries. All right, Grim.
All right, swings around his giant flail.
12 will hit.
Nice.
I'll re-roll just in.
2 more, okay. All right, that will wound her. Vigo is stabilized. All right, so Sap gives her disadvantage on her next attack roll.
Correct. Yep.
All right, so that will change a little bit what she wants to do. All right, she's going to dance around you to here. And then she is going to chant some magical words. And I will need a wisdom saving throw, Grim. Grim, you are held fast.
Oh, don't I have something? Hold up. No, I don't. Not yet. Okay.
All right, after you are held fast, she is going to move backwards. And she's going to say, "You think you have saved the girl? You've done nothing!" Zach.
Okay, I will take a step. Alright, should give me a clear line of shot and Sorcerer's Burst.
That'll hit.
20. Psychic damage, I guess.
Wounding her.
Okay, and then I will continue to move forward and get behind this. And that will end his turn.
Barnaby.
That last shot was just a warning shot, but this time I really mean it.
That will miss.
Another really mean it warning shot.
Braddock.
Oh my gosh.
30. I'm gonna cunning action dash.
Okay.
Get to there. And that's 30. So now I'll take a shot with the hand crossbow.
Okay. That will miss.
Okay. And then I'll just get a little cover, and that will end his turn.
Archgale.
Okay. Firebolt at the lady.
That'll hit. Hits her other pinky.
Wow, that's something. All right, and then I'm gonna move.
Does she have to roll concentration? She's going to fail that.
She does indeed. Grim is no longer paralyzed.
Whoa,
Nice.
that one was worth it. Okay, I'm gonna move up 5, 10, 20, 30 onto the steps here. And end my turn.
All right, as you've ended your turn there, Archgale, as a reminder, that area that you have just stepped upon, there's this sweet smell of incense. These large braziers that surround poor Rosalind here are giving off this billowing, strange violet plumes of smoke. I need you to make a Constitution saving throw. Having failed this save, you begin to experience mild hallucinations. Your hand seems all wavery. The pillars are moving. It's hard to focus on anything at the moment. Grim.
Yeah, I take notice of that. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. I feel good here. Send it. You bitch. You ever fucking whip me again?
24 will hit. That is going to do it. Just so you know, if she got another turn, she was killing the girl. But you have dropped her.
So because this is supposed to be a Grim campaign, I'm going to bring it to Adam. You see Grim slamming his flail into her face over and over and over again as her body, lifeless body, just reacts to the force, almost till he's exhausted.
Without
think you got
any
her.
other immediate threats, we are out of combat, folks.
Am I still, like, in control of myself?
You are.
I will move back 1.
You still are experiencing hallucinations, and there's another mechanical effect, but it might not affect you right now.
Zach is gonna go and try to like shake these two awake.
Grim, throw me a Constitution save as well. Zach, you're trying to shake them awake, but they do not rouse. All right, Grim, you can feel this kind of starting to get to you. It's kind of like a, ugh. You're like sneezing it out. It hasn't affected you quite yet, but that billowing smoke near that area.
Only we had someone with elemental.
Please help me. Why are you running away?
Where is that effect then, Adam, on the map mechanically? Do we see it moving or?
Well, now that you're looking for the edge of that, I will reveal it to you. Zach, go ahead and give me a Constitution saving throw.
I don't know if I still have bless on or not, so it's adding the D4, which is 3. So
So a 15, yep, that's still a success. Maybe I can't reveal it to you. I can't seem to be able to select this, but it's basically within 10 feet of the central area.
I would try to cast Elementalism for Beckon Wind, I think is. Beckon Air, create a breeze, and maybe try to push whatever this thing is away. I don't know if it'll do anything.
I would say it pushes it away temporarily, but because these braziers are just giving off this plume of smoke constantly, it would easily seep back in momentarily.
Do we need to put out the braziers?
I'll try to do that if we can.
Are there lids that maybe you put the lids on?
Please, what are you doing? Help!
I'm just gonna run in there and try to like cut her out. I have a dagger, so I'm gonna walk in and just and try to cut her out and walk away if I can.
All right, you realize having succeeded that save that you're basically immune to this effect. However, it is a little bit weird, trippy, but it doesn't affect you any longer. You do indeed manage to cut the ropes and free Rosalind. She kind of slumps into your arms, looking pretty weak. You see she grasps onto you weakly. Thank you, please save me. They're going to do terrible, terrible things.
We're here to help. Don't worry. And then I'll walk back out of this this mist area.
Well, let's
All
go
right.
take care of our friends.
And I'll just kind of
Let's
that
unmask
whole like
these.
carrying a person over there.
Let's unmask these other folks. This guy here
Oh,
that's
yeah.
down.
That is a cultist, pretty clearly.
Yeah,
This-
but he's not dead. He's just unconscious. So I'm going to go
Correct.
ahead and unmask him.
Okay. you
this
do.
one is. We never killed this one, so he was asleep from the sleep spell.
Correct.
Still.
Is that only a minute duration, or how long was that?
It is a minute duration. Yes.
That might have been a little bit shaky, but just to make it easy to play, I'm going to assume you guys have since knocked him out and he is not sleeping.
Okay, and then I'll use my rope to try to like restrain him, like tie his arms and stuff behind his back.
Okay.
Do I need to do a roll for that? Was that like sleight
Not
of hand or
now.
something? Okay.
Only if it becomes an issue. And she's kind of in your arms, Zach, unless you're letting her, like trying to set her down somewhere, but she seems a little bit weak on her feet if you do.
I'll be giving her like a hand, like a shoulder. Although I'm kind of tall, so maybe I'm just carrying her.
You're giving her a hip, probably.
Yeah.
Can I do anything with my medicine to try and awake these two? Maybe splash some water on their face or...
You don't think so, based on your knowledge of medicine? Once you're knocked out like this, not only is it really bad for your brain, but also it usually takes a handful of hours before they'll rouse on their own.
Okay.
All right, Glory and Vigo, please GM roll me a 1d4.
And I think Braddock, being Braddock, is gonna start going looting pockets.
And you'll see Grim walk up and say, "Well, I guess I'm out of here, guys. Thanks for the help."
Where do you think you're not... Where did you come from?
Who are you?
That bitch prisoned me.
It doesn't DM roll when I do
Kept
the
me in
dice
that
thing.
cage. Did great. Did smash her face in. Huh?
Oh, there's a different letter there. Okay.
Adam, I'm gonna get in his
Where's that
way.
guy going?
You saved us. Please, I got to get out of here and get back to my family.
What?
Adam,
Get
I'm
over
gonna.
here now.
Is he wearing a mask?
He is.
I'm gonna grab him, Adam.
I'm gonna.
Get
I'm
back
gonna-
in here, you puny squeak. I'll try to drag him in.
Yeah, he can't really resist you too much, or at least he doesn't try to. No, please don't understand. I'm not with these folks. I just came for the celebration. It's different than I thought.
I'm gonna say, take off your mask.
Oh, okay. He takes his mask off. He kind of looks like a regular guy.
And what is your name, sir?
My name? Oh, I'm Phil.
I'd like to insight check Phil.
It's really
Sure.
Philip.
Give me. You're not quite sure if it's Phil or Philip, or something else.
Phil, I really don't believe that is your name at all. I'm not sure why you're lying to me now, but why don't you go down there with your other cultist friend down? And I'll point towards.
We're not cultists. We were just invited to celebrate. And then in the corner, you'll see this one over here. Yes, that's right. He's telling the truth.
Celebrate what?
I'm gonna grab him too and put them together.
All right, you kind of force him over into the corner.
Well, some of your invited friends are still attacking us, so we have to assume that you're guilty by association.
No, that's not it at all. We were invited to take in the carnal pleasures of the cult of forbidden ecstasies, but we never knew that there was like violence going to be done down here.
So why the masks? If you're so proud of being down here, why are you all wearing masks?
Well, only certain people got to wear. Like, I don't have a mask. He had a mask, but he took it off. But yeah, I don't have a mask because it enhances your other features. You know, sometimes we come down here and the men and the women, they kind of get together and take turns in different bedrooms and stuff, and not knowing who you're with is part of the fun.
And who is in charge of this event that you got personally invited to?
Felixia, the one that he bashed her face in over and over and over.
Yeah, he did a very good job, and he's looking for his next victim. What's your name? Is your name also Phil?
No, it's Samantha.
I doubt that's your true name, Samantha, but I tell you, what should we do with you next?
What should you do with us? Well, you should let us go back to our lives. We have lives back up in the city. You can tell us your group's name, and we'll let everybody that we know that you came down and saved the day. Yes, clearly that's what you did. You saved the day from this evil cult.
Well, or I put you in there and slave you like she enslaved me. And I could beat you, whip you, until you tell us everything about this cult, exactly word for word, who's in charge, what it does, where it gets its money from.
I never whipped you. Wait, you weren't in the western bedroom yesterday, were you, with the mascot?
Maybe he's a friend of yours. You didn't even know it.
You little shit.
Now, as I see things getting tense over here, perhaps we should take our two friends and
There's
leave.
more up there too. There's more up there. There's more. There's a couple to the south. I think we should at least unmask those that are masked, so then that way we can maybe let the city guard know who they are.
I don't know. I think we got kind of what we came here for. We should, at least what you said you came here for. You, this girl, right?
We should check and see if there's anything useful on these men. There may be, notes or descriptions of what's going on here.
Empty your pockets, all of them, right now. Put them on the ground. Do it.
I don't have much of interest here. I got a little bit of twine, and
Well, show it.
This is my lucky rock. And she does show
Alright,
this.
drop it. Good, I'll take the rock. My lucky rock.
She seems very unhappy with that. All right, so I heard previously, and I didn't get to this, but you mentioned that Braddock would be probably going around searching pockets, that sort of thing. What I will mention is that on Phalexia's body, she did have a ruby holy symbol. Anybody with religion that would like to make a check to identify that symbol can do so. It looks pretty fancy. You also, the spear that was up, that the lady was dancing and then she fled, and then it looked like Phalexia was heading up to that. That is a ceremonial silvered spear. It looks very fancy, exceptionally crafted, probably valuable. Yes, Archgale, you identify that holy symbol as the goddess Marina. Think of her as the blood goddess.
Oh, this is an emblem for Marina.
We should take these things.
I'm gonna take their masks. I'm taking their masks. How many masks can I take, Adam?
From this general area, if you want an exact count, I can tally them up, but in general, I'd say probably at least a dozen.
So we'll take 7.
They mentioned a portal. Where's that?
You're asking the two folks in the corner once again?
Yes.
I don't know anything about a portal. Do you know anything about a portal, Phil? No, Samantha. I don't know what they're talking about.
We can't go investigate anything like that. We leave these two. We can't leave these two.
Yeah, we should head back. I feel like we're too weak to search for anything. I think we have what we came for.
Yeah.
Mr. Orc, thank you for coming. We really needed you at that time. What is your name, please?
And I'm staring at these two in the corner, and I smack one in the back of the head and say, "Don't move." Grim. And thanks for the help. And I guess I'll see you later. Best of luck trying to find a blood lady.
You're not gonna stick around? You don't want to come back with us?
Well, if there's... Came here looking for coin. Fumbled around in this shithole cartway, got lost, and this blood lady and their cultists grabbed me, put me in slavery for God knows how long. I'm happy to have my freedom, but you're saying there's coin involved?
Well, I never said that. But you can have this, and I'll take out the silver ingot and offer it to him. The one I have.
Oh. And he'll smell it. Can you eat it? Just kidding. He will, he'll take it and go, oh, so there's more?
Oh, lots more.
Oh, well, then I'm in. Where are we going next, boys and girls?
Grim, I'm
Just boys.
wondering, you look pretty strong. Would that be true? I mean, are you pretty? Are you a strong individual?
Yeah, pretty much maxed out. Yeah.
We've got, unfortunately, we had a friend of ours that fell not too long ago in this other room, and we could probably use your great strength to try to help bring him back up to the temple for proper ceremonies, and wondering if you may be willing to help us with that, and maybe during our time here you'll be able to help us later on cause more vengeance against these folks that harmed you.
Well, hey, if there's civil bars involved, I'm down. Where's your little friend at, little man?
Oh, I'll be more than glad to show him to you. It was a tragedy, but yeah, he's got some silver bars on him as well, and if you help us carry him up, then guess what? We'll be able to share some of those that wealth with you.
All right, sounds good. Let's go grab this guy.
Excellent. We now own an orc.
What'd you say?
No, I was thinking out
I'm
loud.
not your slave.
I was thinking in my, that was my library voice in my head. Yeah.
Oh.
I think Braddock's gonna take this one that was asleep and has been tied up, and put his rapier in his back, like lead him forward, like he's coming with us, kind of a thing.
He's like
He did
knocked out
attack.
completely, I'm assuming, based on the sleep wearing off. We're just assuming you guys come over and like knocked him out, so he's not even conscious to walk.
Okay, then I guess he'll grab him and throw him over his shoulder, because prisoner to interrogate, kind of a thing.
All right, yeah, that'll
Yeah,
work.
he did attack. He did attack, and so did this guy here. So, whatever we want to do with them is fair game.
Well, I don't think I can carry glory, but I might try, maybe I'll drag Vigo along if I could get some
Oh,
help
they're
with
still
that.
down. Yeah, okay. Yeah.
Yeah, what about these two?
Screw them. No, just kidding.
I'm
So,
fairly strong. If somebody else can, like, at least with like carrying and dragging stuff, so if somebody else can hold on to
yeah,
Oh,
I can help as well. I mean, I'm pretty strong for a gnome, so.
I can like grab one leg of each and just drag them behind me, kind of a thing.
You know, those
I'll take the girl.
psychos went up that hallway. We don't care about that. You guys ready? You just gotta. Yeah, we're two down. Oh, I see. All right, that's fine. We'll leave them.
Yeah, we know Phil and Samantha down in the corner, though. Got a good facial recognition on them. Got a good facial AI on them, so we'll be able to identify them.
Hey, is this your friend down here?
Yeah, that's Gorsh.
All right,
Gash,
Oh.
Gash.
I'll
Yeah.
pick him up, throw him on my shoulder, kind of ready.
All right, guys. So as far as the things that you found in here, I just want to do a quick double check. Did anybody take the ceremonial silvered spear?
Braddock would take that for sure.
All right. How about Felixia's ruby holy symbol of Marina?
I
I think it was handed to Archgale, so yeah.
yeah.
However, there was one other thing I may have forgot to mention. As the information in this module is a little bit scattered about. She also probably would have been nearby the main area, and that area where the brazier was putting off all those sort of billowing smoke. There was also a chalice there.
Braddock would take that too. Like anything that looks valuable, Braddock is definitely going to take.
Okay. All right. I think the only other thing then that might, quote, look valuable is the ghoul guy that you killed. He did have a hand crossbow, and you know those are a little bit pricey.
Yeah, he would take it. Anything that seems shining, that seems to be Braddock's thing.
All right. For the image here of the chalice, I'm just going to throw this in our Discord just so you guys get an idea of what this looks like. All right. So those are the main items that you have discovered. And then your intention is to make your way out, try to go through the cartways once again, and find yourself back to the surface.
Correct.
Yep.
All right, I'm imagining you're lumbering with the weight of both Glory and Vigo, Rosalind, and your captive. So this ends up being a little bit of a dangerous trek. You know, you're making quite a bit of noise. You're definitely not very protected here through the cartways, and as we know, the cartways might be a little dangerous. So who would like to make an important survival check?
Oh, not me. Hell no, the dice I'm rolling today.
All right,
I know the
Grim,
way. I remember.
do the best you can, kind of guiding folks through, avoiding things. You notice as you're making your way through the cartways, there's one spot where you're like, something feels a little bit fishy there. You kind of edge up, and you scan, and just in the distance, you make out, coming from like a wet, sewery area of the cartways, a crocodile seemingly lying in wait. You then carefully guide your team away from that area, taking a little bit of a loop in a different direction, and eventually you find yourself back on the surface.
Rosalind, my dear, your father has been worried sick. We definitely need to make sure that we can, you, that we could make sure you get home safely.
Well, yes, I'm sure my father's worried about me, but my home is with my husband. But yes, I will need to tell both of them. I'm sure they've been just sick worried about me.
Well, we also know of a person that we were asked to help find you because there was an innocent kobold that has been claimed to have been they thought maybe that he kidnapped you, and you didn't see any kobolds down there, did you?
Down there? No, I haven't seen a kobold, no. No,
Oh, well,
that,
we need to
that
make
masked man took me from my home.
we need to make sure that that no innocent person is charged for the crime on bringing a beautiful young lady like yourself to this horrible place.
Yes, of course. Please get me back to my husband's home, and I will be sure to tell anybody that asks what really happened.
Adam, just a question on the path back. I mean, will it be like what will be closer, like some sort of constable's office, her husband, her home, or her father's place? I mean, what's the closest?
I mean, she can certainly direct you back to her home where her and her husband live. And yeah, you think that that'll probably be the closest.
Okay, all right. I just want to make sure that all of a sudden we don't, lose her, everything like that, right?
Could be a
Sure.
good yeah, could be a good place to rest too.
What about the
This-
kobolds? Should we not go there? And then
Well,
have
this
them meet us? Ease tensions between two sides? That is what we were hired to do, after all.
You guys are on a mission. Well, I say you should always, if you have a boss, you better tell them first. That's what my dad always told me.
Wait. Just take me to my home, please. But did you see that woman who was in front of me dancing with the spear?
Yes, she escaped.
Did you recognize her? Do you know who she is?
I've never seen her.
That
Would
was
any of us recognize her?
is there it's probably a stretch, but if you want to make a high DC history check, I'm going to say DC 20. No. So
No.
as you're kind of wondering this, Rosalind will say that she's a consul here in Zobek. I recognized her. I've seen her before at one of the fairs.
then we probably, before we get you home, because she may have told other people that you've escaped now, so we should have you go see the constable's office before we send you home, so that way maybe they can send some guards to your home as well. We wouldn't want your family to be hurt.
Give me a persuasion check here for that, Barnaby. No, no, please. I've been away from home for so long. Please just get me back home. You can follow up. You can follow up and find out the console and figure out what's going on there and tell the guards I'll be there. I promise. I have to see my husband.
Okay, I understand. Maybe we can have somebody stand guard at your home until we go tell the constables as well.
Well, I figured we could just, stay there and listen to her story. Rest up, listen to her story, figure out everything we can, and then go talk to kobolds, you said? Why are we talking to kobolds?
They're the ones who employed us.
Oh.
I just don't want to take a risk of her disappearing again before everyone knows that she's back. So maybe a few of us stay at the house, and maybe 2 of us go to the kobolds and 2 of us go to the constables. I'm okay with that. I just want to make sure that, I just want to make sure that there's safety here.
Yeah, that makes sense.
All right. Well, since we're at the end of this portion and we're at the end of our session time here, we'll go ahead and do a little bit of a summary wrap up. So you guys make your way back to Rosalind's home that she shares with her husband, and he is very overjoyed to see her. They embrace and they seem to be very happy, and he even has like tears coming from his eyes. He thanks you all profusely. Pretty quickly, her father is informed, and he makes his way there as well. And similarly, he is overjoyed, and eventually she starts explaining a little bit more that she was at her father's home, at the blacksmith shop, where she was doing like some sewing and stuff in the upstairs area. And this individual came in and essentially grabbed her and pulled her away. And it was the individual, the masked man. She will tell you that during the intervening period of time, she heard the woman, Felixia, call that man, who was the guy that grabbed her, she called him Boris Cruel. As you guys were scanning through the bodies looking for valuables, you didn't find value. You found the valuables that we discussed. There was also some documentation there, which may have provided a little bit more light. But in your aim to really get out of there as quickly as you could with some danger or wounded folks and looking for treasure, you didn't necessarily find those things. But you're able to piece together enough of kind of what is occurring here. So I guess I would ask, is it your intention to go back to where you just were? Or are you saying, hey, we're good there and we're calling that done?
I mean, there was the silver down there that I think we would want to grab at a minimum, and there is still stuff to investigate, so I would think we would go back.
Okay, so the silver, we could assume you guys make some trips and like go down and pick it up and take it back in, so I'm not worried about that. More about the temple area that you were in, where the braziers were. There was some like side passages. Is your intention to go back there?
I would say yes, because we didn't really investigate what else was in there. There was mention of a portal, where I would be curious about looking and finding that, things of that nature.
Okay, fair enough. So I'm going to slightly adjust then. So technically how this works is until you wrap that location up, you don't level up, but I think it's just easier to do it here. So go ahead and level yourselves up to 3 before next session. And then we will have you guys return to the temple for some checking around. Now, I'll just say that with the passage of time, I'm assuming you guys are basically spending at least a day out here. Some things inside may change. The people that were there may not be there any longer, right? Folks that were like inside passages, that kind of thing, or other rooms. If they come out and they see, dead bodies everywhere, they certainly might not stay around to see if anybody returns. So just something to keep in mind. But yes, eventually, You're even able to learn more about Melancha, who is the consul. So think of the consul as sort of like counselors that are actually in charge of Zobek. There's, several of them. Think of it almost like a representative body. And you're able to find out a bit more information about her, how to contact her if you wish. Like basically you can go to an office and ask about her, and that's kind of where she works. So yeah, we'll have you guys level up to 3 before next week, and then I will assume you're tracking down, heading back to the temple to check things out there, maybe looking at Melancha, and then we'll see what else falls your way.
Awesome. Sounds good. It's a fun
So
session.
for those that fell but are stabilized, how do we do that? Do we long rest or?
Yes, yep. So I'm going to assume that about, it's going to take 3 to 4 hours for you guys to recover. But yes, we're going to assume a whole day has passed. So yeah, not only will you long rest, you'll recover, you can level up to 3 as well. And then you guys will be ready to go the next morning. All right, good session, everybody. Hope you guys had fun. Unfortunately, Brian, the crit and especially that necrotic thing, oof, that was rough. And my dice were on fire, guys. So unfortunately, that does happen sometimes. But yeah, hopefully next session will be better. Maybe I'll roll poorly next session. We'll see. But yeah, good session, everybody. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Chaotic battle. We'll see everybody next week for the continuation of the campaign.
Good game,
See you
all.
guys. Good
Sounds
job.
Yep. Enjoy, guys. See ya.